Hi everyone. How you doing? I hope you're all doing well on this fine day. It is November 5th here, so you may hear some fireworks from we over here on this side of the pond. We're gonna do our little intros first before I do a last time on Dragon Age Z. So just tell us who you are and who you are playing, please.
Hey everybody, it's your boy Emily. I use she, they pronouns, and I'm playing an angry mom named Zakana who might need to beat some ass today. We'll see how they play their cards.
Hi everyone, my name is Satan Orlis the Vamp on the interwebs. I use she or any pronouns, and today I'm playing everyone's favorite baby girl, Phelan, who is backing up his angry mom in the search for Rainy, his favorite second sister.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin, Return Talks Creativity. I use she, they pronouns. I am playing Oriana, our Philbug human rogue, who uses she, her. I think I'm favorite sister number one. I'm just going to take that. Sure, it happened. Anyway, very, very excited to dole out some justice today. Let's go.
Hello everyone, I am Sakaya, I go by she, her pronouns, and I'm playing Eranon, the strap chastened wilder who also goes by she, her pronouns, and I'm just happy to be here.
Just a girl. um yes, hi everyone. We're all here. We're all queer and ready to get going. In terms of what happened last time, our group headed out into the wilds, and Oriana and Iranin, which is always very easy to say one after the other, did an excellent job on guiding them through the pathway north from Kirkwall towards the base of Sundermount. Once they arrived, some diplomacy was attempted to get them into the Dalish camp. The Dalish were curious about the group, especially the young children, and Phelan, being a known face, helped to build trust quickly. With some good food in their bellies, Cullen Skink, if you don't know what it is, look it up, do wishes. The group headed due east towards where the entrance to the Deep Road supposedly is. The keeper of this clan, Marathari, gave them strong information to that location, with the exchange being an agreement to help some Dalish scouts that headed off in that direction to either help them get home or return bodies if they have not made it. The group agreed. Once on the road again in the morning, the group eventually reach what is clearly a camp and can hear some heated voices arguing in Orlesian. Will cannot find her daughter in the camp, and will she give her ex an earful? Let's find out. So, in the trees, a short distance from the camp, you guys are currently situated. You do not believe you have been noticed. You can hear these voices. How do you all wish to proceed?
Phelan looks at Kana.
Well, as a question, I think
Yes.
Renan and Oriana have kind of creeped up, if I remember correctly.
You're a little closer, yeah.
I haven't open roll 20. I'm gonna do that right now. But also Oriana, especially if they are speaking Orlesian, would like to get as close as she thinks she can to hear what they're talking about. See if it's pertinent to our current investigation help.
And
Sure.
if they are talking Orlesian, Eranon's going to check her nails.
Eranin is going to roll her eyes. Those damn Orlesians.
Chastened.
I mean, Oriana's not liking it, but yeah, sorry.
Yeah. What I will say, I'm gonna ask you to roll perception. It's not that there's a chance that you won't hear this. You are gonna hear what they're saying, but I'm gonna get you to roll because you're being perceptive to see if there's extra information you're picking out about the camp in general and maybe subtle, more hushed things that are being said. So you are gonna hear things. That's not to worry.
Level 3.
Level
3.
Let's go.
Oh, 14's not bad.
Beautiful.
Yay!
Yay!
It's not beautiful.
Uncut Gems.
Uncle John's.
Okay, so you can hear two voices speaking, both male, it seems. Male sounding, anyway. And the conversation mostly seems to be an agitated frustration. They keep talking about them, and they're worried about them. They don't know where they are. It's about time that we just went to the, like, clearly nobody else has this as a priority. It is our priority. The other is trying to encourage caution and be like, we need to trust each other's skill sets. Like, we can't just go off rashly into it, because what if we then get stuck and then they don't? So it's mostly a discussion around strategy and a frustration about someone that they're worried about. But because it's Orlesian, it just sounds very animated. Because certain languages and certain accents can do that. And then you hear a voice speaking trade tongue coming over and be like, okay, I think we don't need to be shouting. And it's just trying to be mediator and encouraging calm and quiet. And, if you're camped out here in the wilderness where things could be, don't shout. So that's kind of
Everyone's like,
so that's the kind of vibes you're getting from the conversation. I suppose the interesting bit to pick up on from that is clearly there are some people that they know that are not here right now. And the comment about nobody else is going to have that as a top priority. So maybe there's either some dissent or two different groups that you can make of that what you will, but that is the information that you get. You can, with your role, hear that there are some just other, like, more day-to-day quiet voices of, like, hey, did you see where I put my water skin? Like, just, like, little things sort of barbling of other people in the camp, and the sound of that sort of, like, pop of a campfire as the wood is burning.
From wherever we are, can I tell if this is a camp that would accommodate 10-ish people?
Yeah, you would say so. Yeah.
Okay.
With the amount of
so
because you can see the color of, like, fabric against the breaks and trees of where you are. So yeah, you would say,
yeah.
with that amount and this sort of, like, general width, yeah, it could accommodate 10.
If I look a bit at Ronan, do you actually understand Orlesian, or are you just zoned out? Okay. As quietly as
I'm
you
not
can.
zoned out, honestly.
No, but like, does she have to translate? And so she's gonna look at you, and as quietly as she can, try to be like, they're arguing. It looks like some people are missing. This could, I don't know if this is the camp. I don't know if this is the camp. It seems some people are missing, and it's enough people that could be at this camp to be this party. Like, because I'm assuming, I have no idea if this is the group that
Can't guarantee it right now. No.
Yeah.
I knew it. Didn't I say? I said this was going to happen. I can't believe they've lost someone already. Do you get any idea whether it's a child?
I'll say it could not be them. Yeah, I was like, can I just see again? I've been looking for signs of Rainy this whole journey from Kirkwall.
You could get closer to try and do a visual. General density of trees from the distance. You're benefiting from the tree line being dense because they're not seeing you, but it means that being able to see into theirs is equally masked.
Arenan, we could try to, curve around and see if we see anything. Yeah, any signs of Rainy or City Guard. I don't know.
Yeah, how close to the camp are we, Emma?
A comfortable distance where you are confident your whispering is not being heard. Exact distance, especially given that this game works in yards. You're maybe 30 to 40 feet away. And again, benefiting from that, the density of the trees means that you guys approaching especially because you're not wearing glaring colors or making a lot of noise. No, it doesn't seem like you've been noticed yet either.
Should we do a full circuit and I'll meet you at the other side?
Yeah, be careful.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm assuming we'll go left and right. Yeah. Just, attempt to see if we see anything. Because, I mean, they're a legion. I'm assuming they are not guards in Kirkwall. But if, like, we know the heraldry or, signs of Rainy, like a small child's been here. A small child's been here, sorry. Yeah, anyway.
A child.
A child.
Yeah.
Wait, there's an adult in face paint. A child must have been here.
Yeah. I will ask, this is going to require active stealth rolls given how close you are. If it was just generally creeping up, you two are good at what you do. I wouldn't necessarily make you roll for that. But actively creeping around.
I'm
Yeah,
specialized in active stealth.
I'm really good at active.
I'm really good at, like,
I'm really
actually.
hoping mine's not. Oh,
on
shit.
purpose.
High
Yeah.
five.
Whoa.
Rogie twins, let's go.
I have a
is.
speciality in passive stealth.
None.
Excellent. Look at you guys go.
Hey, Ariana, let's do a
I
19.
guess.
You take all my stunts.
I'm going like flipping through the tree. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Posing.
Yeah, it's like one of those cartoons where you're just like you're dashing between the different trees. We barely see you. Yeah, you guys are very confident that you were able to get closer and remain unseen just using the natural shrubbery, natural forest growth at the bottom, and knowing that when there's clearly the expanse of a tent, you can get a little bit closer to start seeing visuals at the sides of it without them seeing you from behind it. Now again, it's lots of rolling at the start. Normally I do like rolls light with my stuff, but this is a skill heavy portion. Some perception rolls. If you have a focus, I'll allow you to throw it in. It will just angle the type of information you get.
I wish.
Well, the only
Level
one I have is tracking, and I don't know if I can throw that in specifically to see if any small girls are running around just outside the camp.
Yeah. I'm looking
Over
for
me.
footprints
Yeah.
that are very small.
I mean, if I say I'm
It's
looking for
not-
that particularly and not what's going on in the camp, could I?
Sure, because like if you're going to pee, realistically you're leaving camp and then going back in again. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
you
kind of
could
thing.
be looking for yeah, sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yes, and
Woohoo!
I wish I had
mean,
a
it's a 15.
focus. That's all shit.
Okay.
I probably stepped in some.
Yeah. I'll say it's maybe just that you can't see the moments that you get a glance at the camp, you're not
Everyone
seeing
ducks.
a child. But Irana, there's a point at which you get to a bit that's clearly opened up ever so slightly. It's clearly where people would naturally be coming in and out of. It looks wide enough that this is where they likely came into this little sort of enclosed space. So you have to be careful about crossing it. In fact, I'll let you guys decide if you want to cross it. You're going to get so far where you're clearly at this point where you're going to be quite exposed. But it's close enough for this is the point at which you'll stop moving around it, because you do see a smaller set of footprints that you reckon you would know that would match.
Oh, I want to rule
feet.
that, like, we've done so much roguey, tracky stuff that we've got like little animal calls for each other, but like, I don't want to
Sure.
just pull that out of thin
Well,
air.
no, but that's what this
No,
game
no.
is for. Yes, and yeah, it would make sense. You
I-
guys have worked together for a while now. You guys have traveled quite far together, and so because the two of you frequently pair off to go hunting for food or scouting ahead, it makes sense to have something to
Yeah,
have
we've talked about-
non-verbal communication,
Yeah,
even
we've
just
talked
little
about
like
hand
hand
signals
signs.
before.
Yeah, mhm.
Even when
Yeah.
we were like traveling in Ferelden. Yeah.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah.
Exactly. I think I do like a Black Hawk call,
Mhm.
which is like I found something essentially. So
Okay. What I'm gonna give you 2 bits of information from that. First of all, you're able to let her know to like stop and that you've seen something. By making that bird call, you hear the sound of a hawk, but like from in the camp. So
is
either
there one now?
there's someone
got
in there
goosebumps.
who either there's someone in there who does very convincing hawk cries
The fuck- they're not
that
even
is
native to
that is
here.
responding to you, or there are hawks in there. It's maybe a slightly different pitch to the ones that are the Black Hawks of the Kakari Wilds, but it is, you know, enough to know that it is a hawk.
I think I kind of freeze
Yeah.
slightly. I will be
Umbra-
peering into the camp now rather than at the tracks I've just found.
You do not have to rise to this challenge, Iran, as you freeze in the moment. Not just with like the information you just got, making this, then hearing something that has completely thrown you off. But Umbrio's asking for a demonstration of the bird calls. You do not have
Oh
to.
no.
But you know.
Next week, I'll practice.
Next week. Okay.
Well, I mean, like, the eagle call is actually a hot call, so just,
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's because the
I
eagle
can
sounds
do
like
a
a wet
duck call if
squid.
that's a
Yeah,
sufficient
exactly.
alternative. I
I
can
don't
do a
know.
duck.
I can
My,
do a crow. Do you want that?
I could do seagull. Throw his head back. No, the microphone would
Oh
not
my
thank
God,
us.
yes.
for
Mine,
that.
mine.
Um. Oh, but everyone wants to hear it. Right. Anyway, those things are true. So you see the footprints, you make your call, and you hear that sound, which causes you to freeze. How do we proceed?
I would just say, I'll do hawk calls when we get to 50 followers.
Yes.
Yeah,
Second
this is
that.
on Oriana. I'm frozen for right now.
I'll say if I can see Arenan, especially I'm assuming we're kind of like pincer moving here.
Mhm.
I'm absolutely going to get you out of it because we got to move, especially if you've seen something.
Sure, yeah. You're close enough to
yeah.
that, but you haven't crossed over the threshold into that sort of like, what if you imagine like there being a certain like viewing area, you know, like those computer games where you see like the visual range back.
Mhm.
You've stopped short of that where this opening is, because that's where the footprints are. So you've stopped short, but you know that like lingering there wouldn't be wise. Yeah, so you can absolutely just give a little tug on the arm.
Yeah. Yeah, say if we're like on opposite sides or if we're on the same side, but yeah, like would absolutely give like a call to attention, like, you know, like, hey,
Yeah.
snap out of it.
I'm
We got
not-
shit to do. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not that lost in it. It's just like that
No.
was a
No,
momentary
yeah.
kind of shock. But I
An
can
emotional
totally
reaction,
with you.
yeah.
And
And
I'm gonna motion we should get back to Kana. Like we should regroup.
Do you know what I found though?
No, but I'm assuming we don't want to talk about it here.
No, but I am going to, so that,
Yeah.
like, to give the, I will basically kind of point and
Mhm.
suggest that there's tracks in the gap that we can't get into,
Okay.
and then I'll hurry around to the other side.
Yeah, we'll quickly but quietly as we can. I'm pretty much imagining she's doing her little pill book thing and like in like
I'd like,
rolling and like
is it like in like Breath of the Wild, is it the games where like you do the sprint run and it's like forward roll, forward roll, forward roll?
yeah, kind of like that, except I imagine it's more like as creepy as this is, like kind of like to the side and like not army crawl necessarily because she's still on her hands and feet, but like
The little like crab
I was like, are you crab
walk.
running?
but try to be as flat as possible. So like just to make it super weird for you all. You're welcome.
Because the pill bugging wasn't enough. We now crab call when we're having a sprint.
Be
Beautiful.
confused. Anyway, but yes, we'll make it back. Make their way back to
Mega
Kana and Phelan. Make a boy.
Okay. So you two have kind of been stewed waiting. I'm not going to skip over it in case there's anything you two want to talk about before they arrive, but equally we can just cut to them arriving.
Think
I'll-
Phelan
No, go on, sorry.
would just be sitting next to Kana, and Kana just feels his hand just over hers. Just give it a little squeeze.
We'll like tense up and then squeeze your hand back, and it's just like very agitated, like having trouble sitting still. They just, what the hell's going on? They just ran off.
It's gonna be okay.
I just,
Take some deep breaths with me. We don't want to be super agitated when we see Rainy.
well, yeah, but I just don't know what's going on.
They will be back with information, okay? He's gonna take both of Kana's hands and just inhale, hold for 5 seconds, exhale, and just kind of guide her through some breathing exercises.
Breathe the square.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So as the two of you scuttle over, one of you, walking like a normal person, the other one walking like a crab, you will notice.
I'm walking like an Egyptian.
Yeah. You see Phelan holding the hands of Kana, doing a breathing exercise to like calm Kana. You just look over. I mean, maybe it'll be enough of a giggle for you that it'll, break the tension.
Hey, you kind of missed me that much already.
What's going on?
She's here. There's like a
Well,
little.
Sure. Like
hold
stands
on.
up, like
She's
almost
been
knocks
here.
over Phelan.
We saw her footprints. We didn't see her. Yeah, yeah. Tick, 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 tick.
Okay.
Just, "Bah!" Yeah. Pop on the ground. but
Oriana's
we
been
did
blinded.
see- Oh my god. Never mind. Sorry, my ADHD was about to be like, we don't nope, stop the joke. But Oreo was just like, no, we saw her footprints. We didn't see her. And it sounds like from a conversation from two of them,
shh.
their Legion.
Yeah, okay. I give you kind of a look. I don't stop you, but I'm like,
Yeah, like I
Don't
don't
freak
know
her
the
out.
situation because I didn't want to, be like, do what I did to y'all to them, because they'll probably stab me. But it sounds like some of the people are doing scouting at the moment, and they don't know where they went.
Great.
So it sounds like the camp is fractioning a bit.
but they're unlikely to take Rainy scouting. There's like a little brook at
Right.
the back. I think that she's probably just gone. That's where she goes to wash. Or
Okay. I think we should just go in there.
Yeah, I just didn't want to do
I
that
don't think they're
without
gonna attack
telling
us.
you. Well, if I just popped up on them, they might have stabbed me. So
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah,
Especially doing whatever
so-
the hell walk you were just doing.
I mean, I'm just saying, if anyone found my tracks, they would be very confused. Like, maybe I don't
Yeah.
want to chase that down.
Yeah, if you just walk by cartwheeling, they'll be confused because they're like, well, it seems like there's feet and then not feet and then feet and then.
There is a wild child in these woods. I don't want to meet that.
We already have one wild child.
but yeah, we didn't want to, wanted to make sure who they
Right.
were first, but two, didn't want to just be like, hey, two random people looking for a little dwarven child. And they'd be like, why are you asking? And then it would get weird.
Yeah, for sure.
well, we can head in with you, but you should lead because if Dirk's there, then
Right.
hopefully he'll see you.
Yeah, we didn't see him.
Well, I looked for the most annoying dwarf I could, but I couldn't really. Yeah, I couldn't work it out.
Yeah, just the two annoying relations. So anyway.
Almost an unnecessary qualifier, but
No, it felt right. Okay, shall we go?
let's go.
I think Oriana just starts getting the cart. Like, come on, Abernica, Jessica.
Mhm.
Nope, totally justified.
I'll
Yeah.
just start leading the way, and once we get like close enough, like that it feels appropriate, I'll just be like, "Hey, we're not trying to sneak up on you. Couple people approaching. Please don't be alarmed."
Kind of like popping his head, like whatever, like the tents that are sort of framing the side of this. You can see inside. You can see a campfire. There's some bits of like general equipment. They've clearly got a couple logs that they've been sitting on. And like from one of the tents, this like head pops out of a fairly young, like maybe between 20 and 22-ish human male, blonde hair, roughly shoulder length, a little messy, but clearly trying to make himself well kept in these woods. Wearing a quite a nice tunic, actually. It's not one of those like simple threadbare brown things that you see a lot of in Ferelden. There's green and a little bit of patterning to it. We're gonna pop his head and be like, hey, hello?
Hey there. I'm looking for Dirk. Well, actually, fuck that. I'm looking for Rainy.
Oh, Rainy. Yes.
Is she here?
Yes.
Am I in the right right place?
You also know her. You know.
I'm her mother.
She's her mom.
Okay. I just don't want to get into trouble for like letting random people into the thing. Okay, we're fine.
Fair
I
enough.
mean,
Thanks.
as you guys kind of come in, you'll see that there's a few people. The tents here are like big enough that it's clear that a few people are just like in their own personal spaces. You can see two men who you reckon were probably the ones having the conversation for a few reasons. They're still in that same general area where you guys were close to hearing them, and also they just kind of look Arlesian. Now, not every Arlesian is going to look very obviously Arlesian, but some people, you know, it's just kind of there on their face. There's one guy who's red hair, coiffed slightly to the side and shorter on the sides of it. Red, wearing quite fine clothing with like parts of armor on top, so it's sort of like casual armor, but well dressed. And the other has a
Battle
big
cash.
like tray battle cash, in my active wow. And he's got the other one's got a big cloak on with like fur over the sort of neckline, and he's got longer hair that looks a little rugged and weather beaten, but he's got that sort of like refined features, and a you know what, the thing that really gives him away, he's got a mustache that curls ever so slightly
Wait.
at the sides.
Sorry.
Yes.
I was waiting for the mustache
Yeah.
detail.
That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for it.
Delivered.
Thank
Pourvu. So those two are there having their conversation. There is another human that you can see who is sat at the entranceway of a tent with a table, sort of like one of those fold out tables, in front of him with various bits and pieces of paper and books, who is sitting and like writing. Will look up casually as you enter and then look back down. And then coming out of one of the tents is Dirk.
Can I jump in with something as he approaches just before the scene starts? I do in a very practiced Aranan sort of way. As he comes over, I'm just gonna like brush something off Kanar's shoulder and like pick something out of her beard or something, in that kind of like, it's completely innocent, but we could be fucking, Dirk, couldn't we? Did you consider that?
But did you consider that we fuck?
I think
Mhm.
when Kana sees Dirk walking up, she like freezes in place a little bit and just like narrows her eyes and just it is like a little bit like, Arnon, what are you doing? But like doesn't stop her at all. It's just sort of like, okay, I guess that's happening.
Is like, yeah.
It's just, but it's just like puts one hip to the side and like puts her hand on her hip and just waits for him to see her, and it's just
Yeah. I've dropped for my players. I've got a little document that has, and obviously there's people there that you can't see. You don't know the information that is under there, but at least you can have the pictures rather than me dropping lots of individual images. Yeah. So Dirk kind of comes out. He has black hair, top knotted, shaved on the sides, big beard with several braids in it. Wearing Kirkwall guard armor. And a kind of cloak over that for it's a little colder today. He'll kind of come out a little bit of confusion at first, and then like see you and be like, oh, Firestone, wasn't expecting you out here.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting my damn daughter to be out here either.
Oh well, yeah, it's yep, got a few yep. We could talk about that.
Yeah, we sure can.
Okay. Do you want to? She's just in here. She's drawing.
We'll just push past him.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, everyone.
I'm not gonna lie. At least Oriana's glaring at him. Just like
Phelan's
Like,
glaring
really?
at him too. They're all
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. If you're hungry, there's some
Phelan's walking past him.
Stew on. Okay. Alright. Nice to meet you too.
I would have him flip him off, but Phelan's not like that. That's me.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, I really want to trip him, but I'm not going to. I'll be honest. I think Oriana kind of like just very gently grabs onto Aranan's sleeve because she's like, I have emotions and I don't know what to do with it. I'm waiting for someone to give me a cue.
That tiny little sort of sidle closer to you, just
Yeah. Let me drop off. I also have a picture of Rainy.
Oh yay!
Yay! So Rainy, dark haired, big blue
Oh,
eyes.
I love her.
Where am I?
In Discord. So she is
Emma
indeed
just-
drawing. Yes.
I was just gonna say you DM'd that picture to me earlier, and I
Yeah.
like saw it and like got like weepy.
Oh, my baby!
Oh my
You're welcome. She is a cutie patootie. So you can see this girl who, you know, she would be, but she is quite lithe. She's you know, when you hit 10, your legs are definitely doing normally the stretching and the growing. As you're starting to pull up a little bit of height, but she is also a dwarven child, so you know, it's all relative. And dark hair that's sort of like pulled into just like a lazy kind of braid at the back that you know, you've been training her about how to do that herself. And what she's doing is she sat cross-legged on like one of the cot beds with a little pop-up table in front of her, and she's doing the like when you fully like fist the thing that you are drawing with, and is like concentrating, and she's just this thing where she like sticks her tongue out of her mouth while she's concentrating, like seems to be coloring something in with a bit of a heavy hand, and then like will stop when she hears the voices and kind of look up and be like, "Mama!" and just like throw stuff, and comes scampering over to you. Drawing and drawing implement have been forgotten. Comes running up to you and just like she does this thing which it's up to you whether you encourage this or not, where she like launches at you just knowing or assuming you're going to catch her, and just like wraps around you.
Absolutely encouraged. We'll just like, catch her and like spin her around a few times
Mm-hmm.
and just like squeeze her like
Uh-huh.
like I could never let go, and just oh my baby.
And then she'll
angel.
lean back so that she can see you. You're not meant to be here.
Neither are you. What the heck are you doing out here?
Adventuring. It's been great.
Sweetheart.
Yeah. We saw
What-
Hala. I saw Hala for the first time. It was great. I've got drawing.
Well, I cannot wait to see it. I am so happy to see you. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Really good.
Yeah.
Yep, very good. It's been nice to be out. The people that we're traveling with are nice.
That's good.
There was some people being not so nice in Kirkwall, so but I don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to think about them right now. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. They weren't not being nice to you, were they?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What the hell?
Dirk is like hanging back, like, yeah, I can explain it later. You don't need me to talk about this. Just, saying not nice things. And like they would be walking behind me, and then they'd kick at the back of my feet to make me trip up. And I hurt myself, and she points, and she has got like a little scar. It's mostly healing on her lip.
You...
And I turned around and tried to hit them back, and then they ran away and told their mum, and then the mum gave me trouble, and I got upset. And I wish I didn't get upset, because I wanted to just be angry and tell them that, like, well, actually, your kid did this to me, but I didn't. I just cried.
Well, that's okay, sweetheart. I'm so sorry that they did that to you.
They're really mean. At least there's, like,
Yeah.
other kids in Lothering that I can play with, but up here, I don't really... People are a bit
Right.
mean. They're really snooty.
Yeah. It's like makes the mental like
Yeah.
not gonna talk about loathering right now.
Uh-huh. She's like,
Uh,
but it's okay, because Dad said he's going to teach me how to throw a mean punch, so that won't happen again.
you know, that's probably not a bad thing to learn how to do.
I'm not going to
Um,
hit first, because you're not meant to hit
right.
first. And she looks over at
No.
Lysim, and he's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's a legal defense if they are the ones who hit first. So it is
And-
just if they do it to me again, I will turn around and make them regret it.
Yeah, yeah. You know, honestly, hell yeah, that's fair.
Good. I was really worried that you were going to be like, no, we have to be kind, we have to be understanding. But no,
I mean,
I
that's a great default. That's a great first option. But if they're already attacking you, you gotta be able to defend yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh,
I'm glad you're here.
I'm glad you're here. Well, I wish you were with. I honestly wish you were with your grandparents right now, but
Oh,
instead of
yeah.
out doing this. But I'm
Grandma
glad
looked
you're
really
okay.
like she had like her, you know, that face where like she's trying to not look like she's angry, but like she's angry. You can see it in her eyes.
But she's so angry, and
Yeah.
it's the
And I
sheer
tried
force
to
of
explain, but I
will,
didn't
yeah.
want to. I just didn't want to be in Kirkwall right then because I didn't. I
Yeah.
didn't really want to deal with those
I
kids.
don't blame you. I don't blame you, sweetheart. I do not blame you, certainly.
Okay. Are you gonna go and shout at the kids and their mum to tell them off? You're very
I'm
good when you
thinking
shout at
about it.
people.
Thank you, sweetheart. It's one of my specialties. I'm gonna do. I am definitely planning on doing some yelling. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah. Good. Because technically, the kid is like a year younger than me, but they're humans, so like they're bigger than
They're
me. So
taller,
it doesn't
yeah.
matter. Just because they're younger.
Well, even if they were smaller than you shouldn't be tripping you up, and that's. You have any idea why they were doing this, or they're just being mean?
They're just a bit mean.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Just
You're
because
too
I'm
sweet to be
short
mean to.
and like that's you. If you're gonna make comments to someone, make it about things that they can not things that they can't help, right? Because like if you're saying
Right.
you're being a bit of a you see her like processing not nice person, and like you're telling them off
Good
for that.
save.
That's different to be like, well, you have red hair, so clearly you're because they can't help that, right? You taught me that. I know that.
Right. Yeah. Oh, you're so good. Just like ruffles her hair. You're such a good little bean.
I tried to be for you, Mama.
Well, you should do it for you. It's very fulfilling.
Yeah.
I know it's sometimes the harder thing to do, but
Yeah. I felt a little bad because just before we left, I maybe wasn't tidying my room or doing the chores. And I pretended
I'm shocked.
I pretended I had a cough, and that's why I couldn't do it. And I think Grandpa was a bit annoyed at me over that because I think he knew I was lying.
Nah, he's used to me pulling that one. That is, you got that excuse for me somewhere in the blood.
I just didn't want him like upset with me, and I just because I didn't want to be doing those things because I was just a bit upset, and you know I wanted to do fun things like drawing to make myself feel better. But
yeah, you know,
my room is really messy. It's probably still messy right now.
Well, it is okay. It is totally fine. I know.
One time I said it's because a bird got in and made it a mess.
That's very creative, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone believed you, but
well, because I said the paint was poo, like it had pooed there, and then they were like, "What's that on the table? You're not meant to," because I'm not meant to get the paint on the table, and I got paint on the table, so I was like, "It was a poo. It was a bird that came in." And
yeah, one of these days we're gonna get you out of that painting everything.
It was an accident. It fell over.
It's always
and I tried
accident.
cleaning it, and it just made it more of a mess. How do you clean paint without making it more of a mess? It just was spreading in everywhere.
Yeah, you it's really hard. That's why we don't want you to. That's why we lay things down underneath what we're working on. We don't work on top of anything with the surface that's finished.
I just think
it's okay. We'll
I didn't want to be getting on their nerves, and
I know that sometimes your grandpa can have a bit of a gruff exterior, but surprisingly, he is very receptive. I know it's like harder. I know I know it's hard to be upfront and vulnerable when we're feeling like hurt and going through rough stuff, but he is surprisingly gentle when you come to him with stuff like that. I know it doesn't seem like he would be, but if you say something like, I'm feeling upset because of the thing that happened, he's not going to yell at you about it. He's going to want to talk to you. He's going to want to hug you. Your grandma's going to put on some tea that they love you and they want to be there for you with stuff like that.
Because I had to tell Graham because she wanted to know what happened to Islet. And she did that thing where like she's quiet for a long bit because she's maybe just thinking about how she feels and and I wasn't sure if I'd get into, I don't know why she would get me in trouble, but I felt like, you just worry about that anyway. And then
yeah, no, I get it.
And then she says, I'm probably not going to tell your grandpa this. And well, at first I worried it might be because in case he was annoyed about something. I don't know, maybe because I didn't fight back, but I think it's actually because she didn't want him going around him.
Yeah.
Dealing with it.
that is probably he you know how I've tried to instill in you the concept of like, don't react until the point where it's enough and then you can stop, like teach the lesson, but don't just like, your grandpa sometimes doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah.
And we're still trying to teach him that one, because you keep learning your whole life. One of the fun things about life.
Yeah, seems like he knows everything though.
He acts like he knows everything. He's really good at that. He knows some things. He's good. He knows some things. Don't let me sour him in your mind.
Oh no, I think he's great. Because he still can like throw me in the air, even though I'm much bigger now.
Oh, he shouldn't be doing that, but I'm glad he is anyway, for your sake.
Yeah.
Isn't he complaining about his hip?
I've got a cough. Oh, my hip is so sore I couldn't possibly get up from the seat. Well, you're not annoyed at me, are you?
No, sweetheart. No, I'm not.
I wasn't sure, because,
No. I don't even know what I would be annoyed at you about.
Coming out here.
I mean, I definitely was worried about you. I think, it's a dangerous place for a little girl. I'm glad you're staying in camp, and I hope people are looking after you. I'm more annoyed at the adults in the situation who decided that it was safe and just like starts turning and looking at Dirk, who decided that it was
He's
safe
like clearing
and good
his throat
idea
and like moving the other side of the tent, like, oh, I'm so busy, I've got things to do.
To allow a child to be out here, and to just sort of risk my flesh and blood like that, and to just follow a pattern of general irresponsibility and
I'm sorry, Mama.
pretend like they can't hear me when I'm talking about them.
Rainy actually laughs about
that.
She's laughing at this point. I think I was just very annoying.
Mm-hmm. You can be very, very convincing when you want to be.
Yeah.
You got to use that power for good, because it is sometimes very difficult to say no to you. And I shouldn't even be telling you this. You should not know the power you wield over me, but...
Slow smile forming.
But...
I would never do anything.
You would. I know you would. You've tried before. You do it all the time. I love you. I'm not trying to say anything bad about you.
But
it's very cute.
Take after you, and you're just very good with people.
I also
You've
have enough
taught me to be very
experience.
good with people. Yeah, well, but you have to do things to gain experience. So I am doing things, and I am getting experience. I've been learning how to just a wooden one before you don't make the face. I've been learning how to use a wooden sword.
Oh, really?
Practicing, yeah. Just with the
That's
dummy right now.
cute.
But one of the guys in the camp's been teaching me how to like duck and use the fact that I'm small to my advantage. She looks very proud that she used the word that big.
Ducking is a real powerful tool in our disposal. I will not
Yes.
lie. It's come in handy
He
a couple
said
times.
people often fight what they're used to, and I am much smaller than what they would be used to.
Yeah, well, hopefully you're not going to be getting into any sword fights anytime soon.
Well,
But
but if somebody kicks and trips me up and I turn around and be like, oh, you think so? And then I like smack them across the back of the thigh with a stick, then they would not do it again.
I can't argue with that. You're probably right.
Yeah. And then they will not do it again.
Yeah. I missed you, sweetheart.
I
I
missed you
missed you a
too.
lot.
Yeah. It's much better when you are with me when we are visiting family.
Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't get away. It was just
It's
a lot
okay.
to do in town.
It meant that all of the food that Grandma was making, I got to eat it all.
That's true. Did she make you some flapjacks?
Yeah. Yeah. And this one that had like biscuit and then caramel and then chocolate on top. It was very good.
Oh, I wasn't there long enough to have some of those. I miss those so much.
Yeah, I'm hoping we
Goodness
do go
gracious.
home soon because I would like more of that. But
Yeah, I'm. Hopefully, we'll be able to get you home soon. There's got myself involved in. I mean, I just mostly came out here for you. But I promised someone I'd look for some folks in the area who might be lost. I'm gonna have to find them first, but
some of those people are looking for lost people too. I
yeah,
think.
yeah. And people going lost is exactly why I didn't want you to be out here. But
You need a buddy
as long
system.
as you're not one of them, yes.
No. I'm not allowed to go out the camp unless it is to pee, and I have to be able to see the tents.
It's a good rule.
Yeah. So I've got this, and she goes over, like, she'll clamber out of your arms and go over, and she's got like two sticks that are relatively sharp, not like sharp, but relatively sharp, with like some fabric tied between them. So I do this, and I put it in the ground so that I can pee behind it.
I like it.
Yeah. And it means
Your own
that
little
if it is a
outhouse.
bit windy, I can pee without it blowing on my leg.
Nice.
Yes.
Always preferable.
Yeah. I think I'm going to make things like you. I don't know if I'm going to make things with metal. I quite enjoy doing things with wood right now. I know you won't let me do the metal things yet anyway.
Well, it's just because it gets so hot, sweetheart.
Yeah.
I know. Well, soon, okay?
Okay.
You're really getting up there. It's one of those things where once I can trust you to not spill paint on things, once you get that practice in, then I'll know that you've got the discipline and responsibility not to spill molten iron onto things like your skin.
Top of my legs has to be the same height as the equipment, and then I get to
That
That's
is
what
a
you
good
said.
guideline.
Yeah.
You might be able to earn it sooner than that if you are, like I said, are really on top of those other things.
Stand in a box. Okay.
That's what I meant.
Painting and okay.
Just sort of those responsibility things we're working on. Okay. Okay. Don't rush. Don't grow up too fast. Okay.
Okay. I'm just growing up at the same rate everybody does.
Yeah. I know.
Okay. Some people grow faster than others.
It's complicated.
Okay.
But yeah. I don't know. I know you know. Obviously, you know Phelan and Naranan.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, darling.
It's our friend Oriana. She helped get us get here. She's really great. Oriana, this is Rainy.
Hi,
Anna's got
Ariana.
one hand on Aranan's sleeve, and the other's like,
Hi.
"Hi,
Hello.
nice to meet
You're welcome. When you are staying here, if any of you need to borrow my equipment, you can borrow it for peeing.
Thank you. Oh,
Very good.
baby, here.
Sorry.
While we were on our way looking for you, I made you something.
Made me something?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's another little wooden hollow. That's like his little like self-soothing thing.
I saw one of those
You
proper,
saw
like
them?
nearly up close.
Aren't they
Nearly up close.
magical?
Yeah.
You know, they have great sense of direction, and Dalish elves really have a strong
Yeah.
connection to them.
And we have seen 36. I thought 37. 36 nugs.
That is a lot of nugs.
I've been counting them.
Yeah.
Mama, when we
Yeah.
go back, if I'm really properly really good, can we get a nug?
Really
It's
properly,
smaller than a
really
dog,
good.
and it will make less mess than a dog, and they make really cute squeaky noises.
She's thought about this
Thank
argument.
you. God, give me some time to think about it, okay?
Okay, and it just eats grass, so it's easy to feed. We could build it a little pen. I've been thinking about it with like a couple of levels so that it still feels like it can go underground without it actually going underground and escaping, and then you could put fun toys into it and things for it to run in.
Well, I will say the level of thought that you've put into this is a plus in your favor. Shows that you're willing to put in the time, the energy to actually give this thing a good life. You know, we want it. If you get a pet, we'd want it to have a good time. I will think about it. I'll think about it.
Okay.
We might need to. We'll talk about that a little bit later.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Can you make me a list of the things that I could do that would earn me more points for it?
Oh, just pulls her in.
But
for a
I do
little
really
hug.
good when you. I do really
You're
good when you make me
so
lists to do. She just
I'll
giggles.
make you a list, sweetheart, and it's just like
Yay.
crying.
I'll be really good. I'm gonna do that list so fast.
I believe it.
You guys can help me. Are you here now for good? For good? Like, are we? And then we're going home.
Well, we have to find some people first.
Oh,
They're actually
yeah.
old friends of mine.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. And then we will talk about what we do next.
I wanted to say because we met I was like you and I thought I wonder if Valen knows these, and I thought I shouldn't really ask that, but I feel like because it was from the is it okay that I thought that? I wouldn't think that about every Dalish, but it's because they lived like near us.
It's okay that you thought that. I actually did know them. We actually all have a big
Oh.
meeting every so often where all the Dalish clans get together. So
Like big parties.
yeah, kind of.
Sometimes the dwarves do that. It's very noisy.
Yeah. It can be a little noisy because it's a lot of people, but you know, there's good food. People are having fun. There's lots of kids running around. You can make friends.
Yeah. Hopefully they're not the mean kind.
Oh, no.
Although I'm learning how to use a stick for that.
Yeah.
They're frenemies.
Frenemies?
I'm really sorry that happened to you. I know it can be really rough.
Yeah, they were saying mean things to me.
Well, that's because inside they're thinking mean things about themselves, and they need to express that somehow. And they express it the wrong way because they haven't been taught otherwise.
Huh.
Hmm.
Great point.
They're upset on the inside, so they need to make other
Maybe.
people upset on
Maybe.
the outside. And there's this random
Mhm.
cat that I found.
Yeah, they keep following us. I don't know why they.
I don't know.
Anyway,
A lot of cats and forest cats around
Yeah.
here.
Just a lot of forest
Yeah.
cats, yeah. Norwegian forest cats.
Yeah.
Mm. What is a Norwegian? What is
I
Norway?
had a
What
Norwegian
is
forest cat.
Norway?
Sorry, it's what's it?
It's Anderfels.
Oh shit,
Underfell
Norway.
forest cat.
Norway?
Underfell.
ow.
Norway?
Yeah.
A Navaran forest cat. This is technically Navaran. Three marshes.
I think Oriana just like whispers in Aranon's ear, just like, I mean, we could scare the shit out of those kids. just saying.
I've already thought of about 15 different ways to do it.
Would you guys
Yeah.
do that? Can I help?
Rainy,
I didn't say
your
anything.
ears. Absolutely.
Nope.
Yay!
Ariana is really good at scaring people.
She's good at being somewhere without you having seen her got there. She's really sneaky.
Do you turn into a shadows when you do it though?
Not yet. Could try.
I saw someone do that once.
Really?
How?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. So near where the merchant quarter is, and I was walking to Grandma and Granddad's after seeing Dad, and then I saw someone who was like tucked away behind a wall, and then they looked, and then when they turned back again, it was like all of the shadows just sort of like clung to them, and then they snuck off.
Does she have red
Def-
hair?
Definitely, I definitely saw it happen. It wasn't just like my
Something like that.
imagination or nothing.
What the heck?
Are you? Maybe we shouldn't walk by yourself in Kirkwall. It sounds very
Yeah.
scary.
That's
Yeah.
what?
It was in the fancy part of town, which in theory shouldn't be like the scary
I-
part, but
Doesn't
Well,
really work like that.
Oriana will kind of like get a little closer, not like too close to scare her, and kind of lean down like, well, I can't do that, but I can turn into a crab. And then we'll do the really creepy crab walk just to get her to laugh. Like around the tent.
Either that, or
wow.
we just find out what their phobia is and use that against them.
What's a phobia?
Something you're
Uh,
really scared of.
Oh.
Irrationally so.
Sort of semi under breath. Your dad's gonna have a phobia soon.
Of all the
Me.
aunties in her life. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Phelan is
she'll
an
start doing
auntie.
pill bug too. Just like, you know,
Oh my god.
like little circus
Yeah.
weird tricks. Yeah.
Ugh.
And
Told
just
you.
Ta.
Told you
She
she
was
was
like,
cool.
she's like, I can do a forward roll into standing up,
really?
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
go ahead.
and then she'll like steadies herself, does it like she's about to do gymnastics, and then will forward roll and then and stand up. See. So maybe I'll be able
Everyone
to do
claps.
that. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I got something for you too, sweetheart.
Yeah.
It's not from me. It's from, you'll never guess. It's from Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
Beverly's son.
She doesn't have a son.
She does though. Isn't that wild?
Oh,
She
A little kid
had
around
a
your
secret
age.
son.
a secret son. How
Yeah.
old is he?
10 years old. Just like you.
Do you think you were pregnant at the same time?
Quite possibly. I think he's just like a smidge older. Although I don't know, I wasn't able to compare notes with her. I think that he was already born by the time I got to town, but I'm not 100% sure on that because I can't check with Jill right now. But,
I I understand.
I believe that that is the
Yeah,
case.
it's fine.
Feel
We
that
just
they're
yes and our
motivating
way
me.
through this, and yeah. Okay.
Yeah, his name.
But oh yeah, sorry.
No, his name's Aiden. He was really sweet.
Oh, that's
Aiden.
yeah.
Mhm.
I told him
Yeah.
about you, and he seems like he really wants to be your friend.
He does.
Oh,
And he-
and her big blue eyes get a little bigger at that.
And he made you something.
He made me
that I-
something.
He made you something. He
He
I
must
think
really
it's
want to
made
be
of
friends.
wood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. He also likes working with wood. Nothing y'all got in common. But it is this necklace.
Wow. That's so cool.
He really likes dragons.
He really
He
likes
knows a lot
dragons.
about them.
We talked about them
Um,
for a long time.
Oh. Like when you talk about animals.
Yes.
Okay.
But he is afraid of snakes. Just random tidbit.
He is afraid
Yeah,
of
it's the-
snakes.
Snakes.
It's
Oh.
phobias
He only
that
likes.
reminded me of him actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
So he only likes reptiles when they have like.
The
Legs
wings,
and
and they're
wings.
really
And are
big and
gigantic.
legs. Yeah.
That seems a bit
Yeah.
silly, but
Yeah.
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 this is really cool. And she'll like pull on over her head and like sort her hair.
Well,
You must
You
really
like
want to
a
be
few
friends if you
strays
made this
out.
for me.
Mhm.
That would be nice to
Yeah.
have a friend. Is he going to live with her now?
Yeah. She's she made the part of the journey up this way with us. But they're in Denerim at the moment.
Oh.
Her and the Arl, who is
Of Southridge, yeah.
of Southreach, who is Aiden's father.
You mean the ones that are in charge?
I sure do.
Wow.
Yeah, there's a whole
His
thing.
dad's really important. You hear a like double take with a beer.
Oh, you're such a good kid. I love you so much.
Wow. That must make it. Does that mean he's like a fancy pants kind of person? Those are sometimes the ones that are not very nice to me.
No.
Well, the Arl is surprisingly, out of all of the fancy pants McGee's I've ever met, is like kind and like cares about other people,
Yeah.
which is
Oh, like one out of the stories.
Yeah.
yeah, honestly,
Mm.
yeah. Oh, I got you a book, a storybook too.
Good, because the one that I brought is one that I like a lot, but I have read it before, so it'd be nice to read a new book.
Apparently this has something in it called time travel. I don't quite understand how you could travel through time. Like, I don't get it, but it came recommended by the librarian who I borrowed it from.
Okay,
I hope you like it.
I will
It's
read it.
about growing up.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe.
You know,
Um,
Aiden likes to draw too.
yeah.
Yeah. Look, he made me this drawing. It's of a dragon.
Wow, he really likes dragons.
He really,
He really likes dragons. Yeah.
Yeah, I have a lot of drawings. I've been learning how to draw proper things from the man out there. He does like grown-up drawings. He does drawings for like grown-ups.
Oh, that's really cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, his name's Marlon, and he works
No.
for university, and
Oh,
and
okay.
part of what he does is he draws like maps, because like you look
I
at maps
see.
and they're like really fancy and detailed and like lots of information, and he does that.
He's a cartographer.
Yeah, he's not the guy
Uh,
that carved the dick in the tree.
No,
That's a bit different, kind of.
cartographer, yeah.
Just,
And
like,
you know what's
slaps
funny?
her
Because
in on
when
the
I saw
shoulder.
him, I was like, "Does that mean you make carts?" And he was like, "No, it means I make maps." And I was like, "Well, why aren't you a mapographer then?"
Because words are silly sometimes.
Words are silly sometimes.
Yeah.
I think
Don't make
cartography is actually derives from Orlesian, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, we
And
have
that's
some
why
of those
it's
here too.
weird.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They speak funny,
Yeah.
but they have really good food. I've been eating very
Yeah,
nice cheese
that's-
recently.
That's the trade-off for sure.
Yeah.
Oh,
They make
God.
really good wine too, but you're not ready for that yet.
No. There was that one New Year's celebration where I drank a little bit of Grandma's wine.
Yes, a little
I
bit.
didn't like it though. It did not taste good. I don't know why you drink
Yeah.
it.
Because it does taste good. You just don't realize
It like made my
It's okay.
mouth feel funny.
It only tastes
Yeah.
good when you're a grown up.
It's true.
Hmm. Are there things that only
And
taste
we
good
don't
when you're
have
kids?
to
Sugar.
pure sugar.
Sugar's a solid though. Maybe you could drink it if it was like sand.
Well, if
I
you
don't
smash it
recommend that.
up and crush it up.
Yeah.
Well, you can also make sugar into syrup.
Mm-hmm.
Just
That's-
drinking sugar syrup. I've done that.
That's a
before,
terrible
too.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
remember the time where she got it because she was much younger than
yeah.
this, and she was bouncing off the walls for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but that calmed
There
down.
are
Cool.
There's
The
still-
crash.
Oh, the tantrums that happened before trying to get her to bed into a bath. My God, it was like putting a cat in there.
There's still
And
dents in
actually,
the walls
Mhm.
from
We
that.
have food
Or-
from your grandma if you want some. Yeah, we
What
brought
did you
some.
bring though? Is it the ones with the biscuit and the caramel and the chocolate?
No, but
I
there's
don't
some
think
tree bakes
so.
and flapjacks in there if you want
the
some.
flapjacks are pretty good.
Yeah.
I suppose.
And Oriana will
The
grab some
caramel's
only for
better,
her.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't travel very well.
Phelan will move up to Kana for a second and just ask very quietly so that Rainy doesn't hear them. Do you want us to take her outside so you can talk to? Just looks over to Dirk.
Kurt, you
Yeah.
don't need to know his name.
Whatever
it's
his
fine.
name
Yeah,
is.
whatever your name is. Manfredson Man.
Captain James T. Dirk.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Dirk Slab Cheese. I don't know if you guys are Mystery Science Theater fans, but
Yes. Oh my god.
yeah.
I think
Slab McHard cheese. Mm-hmm.
if you guys stay in here, I'm gonna go take Dirk on a walk.
Okay.
And we'll see if he comes back.
Gonna
from
take
it
him
or
out
not.
back.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Um,
I just want to talk.
We're just going to pee, Rainy. It's fine.
But you don't have any idea what that shadow shit what is? I figured if anyone would know,
Would
it'd be
I
you.
know, GM storyteller, that just some people have certain abilities?
It just sounds like magic to me, so I'm asking
Yeah,
the mage.
Maybe you
Yeah.
know it's the some of your scouts have something ability because the actual game mechanic is when you choose to be a shadow rogue as a
rogue.
specialization, you enter shadow mode. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And, like,
Bella.
You know, they don't describe it in the way that it is in
Yeah.
the games, but I love in the games where you essentially just become a little
Yeah.
transparent and there's shadows all around you. I think it's
Yeah.
fucking cool. So we keep that in our TTR.
Yeah. Some of the scouts from my old clans used to do that. It's just like a cool ability, and it helps you become sneakier and quieter. And it's actually, my dad does that. He's a master huntsman. It's really cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
What?
I know.
You can just learn to do that?
Yeah,
without
and it's
magic?
technically like not magic, but like,
What the hell?
yeah,
Okay, that's awesome. Thanks.
yeah. No, it's
Wild.
okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I'll
Okay.
I'll distract you. You guys can go have a
Yeah.
a walk.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey Rainy, you should
Uh-huh.
show me all your drawings. I bet you've done some really cool drawings.
I have been learning how to draw people's faces if they sit really still. I can show you some of the ones that I've been doing recently, and then maybe you guys can sit really still and I'll draw your face.
And when you can draw us, yeah.
I would like that.
Come on, Aaron and Oriana. These are very important drawings.
It's a
Rainy here is
portrait.
quite
Oh,
the
yeah,
artist. It's a
absolutely. Come on.
portrait.
Portrait. Yes.
Rainy here is quite the artist.
I can show you how to doodle. It's not going to be as cool as the cartographer guy, but yeah.
Sure.
And then you can draw things of him. Yeah.
I am going to learn lots of new things I can draw because I need to tick off a very long list for my mum so that I can get a nug, and maybe we can put that onto the list that
Yeah.
I can learn how to do.
Why don't we start a list then maybe your mom can review it after.
Yeah, because you guys are
Okay,
grown-ups, and so you'll
Yeah.
understand what the list should look like. Okay.
For sure. Okay, so let's
Clean the tent.
Yeah.
Do your chores.
do your chores and draw a lot and learn about dragons.
Yeah. Send
so
a
she's gonna
thank
take
you
you over, and
card to Aiden.
it's actually pretty good for like a 10-year-old. Pretty
Mhm.
good. You can really see her trying to do the portrait, and she's even tried like doing them looking slightly to the side and like
Mhm.
practicing how to make shadows. And it's not like beautiful artwork, but you're thinking,
For a
that's
10-year-old.
actually quite yeah.
Yeah. Wow, and
Um,
you've gotten really, really good.
She's from a family of crafts
Yeah.
people, and while blacksmithing is not necessarily portraiture, there's
Mhm.
a certain level of dexterity in both.
Mhm.
So yeah, she's gonna like show you the pictures and explain who they all are, and then like go over to the flap of the tent and be like, that guy over there, I drew his face here, and it looks like him, and holds it up
Oh,
to
yeah.
like,
Oh god, it has the
make
same
you do the
mustache.
side by
I see
side.
that. Yeah. You got the mustache real well.
Yeah. But she's gonna talk you guys through, and then just sort of like turns around and does hands on hips, looking at you all. Who would like to go first?
I want to go first.
Okay. Can you
Hi,
sit
B to it.
over there?
Yes.
That stool.
Okay. Where do you
And
want me
then-
looking?
You have to look outside because you have to have the light on your face. That's what I was told.
Oh,
It makes
okay.
it
So maybe if
easier.
we like open one of the flaps, the light will come in.
Yeah.
And then, okay, I'll sit here. And then, do you want me looking at you? Do you want me like sideways?
Whichever.
Okay. It's gonna
Probably
do
best you don't look at me because that would get a bit weird.
a bit weird,
eventually.
yeah. And I don't really like looking at people like that. So I'm gonna
Okay.
sit this way. This is the thing corner view.
Yeah.
She's gonna sit there with
And
his
she
staff.
gets her little table,
Yeah.
sits cross-legged, and then does the tongue sticking out as she.
It's
I
the
love
most
this kid.
still Phelan has been.
Starts to draw you. Dirk will agree to go on a walk with you, Kana.
Dear GM, can I just do a
Yeah.
30-second flashback before this walk?
1,000,000% yes.
Thank you. This is really just to set a precedent from Aranan's perspective, but this is like early in that reunion when Kanar and Rainy are sort of like hugging and she's seeing the joy on Kanar's face. So she's got a big smile, laughter in her voice, and really pleasantly she's sort of like, so she's like leaning to Dirk and talking to Dirk, but looking at Rainy and Kanar.
Okay.
And she's like, you know, we take our kids out and about in the wilds.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just looks at him like dead flat expression. It's like, because we live in the wilds. And then goes back to looking at Kanar and Rainy.
He just holds his like gaze, even if you're not looking at him, he holds his gaze at you for a second. It's just like, yeah, okay, yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, Oriana's gonna try to not listen to your conversation necessarily, but you know, kind of, well, more just like keep an eye on them, make sure they're
Do
good in the
rogue
tent.
shit?
But you kind of, but like also just kind of like, is this camp safe? Is she okay? Do I need to throw a knife in Dirk's neck? You know,
Yeah. If you're going on a
keep an
walk,
eye out.
he's probably going to take you on a loop on the outside canal, just because obviously if you want a private conversation, doing it with a group of other people kicking about,
Right.
especially because a
No,
lot of
that's
them may be strangers to you. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was thinking too.
Okay.
yeah, because I
Wow,
don't,
we're
I
on
don't
the
want to
same page
eavesdrop.
for once.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't want to eavesdrop, but I do want to make sure you're okay. So it's more of just the tone type of thing, not the
Mhm.
content. Anyway, that's just
Yeah.
Oriana's
That's fair.
intention.
Yeah. You can just keep an eye on understanding where in that peripheral that she's going. There may be points where obviously there's a visual break with the tents and stuff, but just keeping an eye in case there's the tone you know, like the sudden raise of voices and you know where you need to go or whatever. And just absolutely.
Yeah,
you
just
can,
be like, I'll be right back. Yeah, okay, we're fine. Yeah, anyway.
Sure. Okay. Very good. So Kana, is heading out for the walk with Dirk. He's going to kind of indicate with a hand for you to go out and do a loop of the outer area. But we'll let you take the lead on how far out you feel you need to go. And Phelan is sitting very still to get drawn. I imagine my roguey rogues are just keeping some perceptions out and open. And we will hear this delightful conversation between Kana and Dirk after our break. It's the slightest smidge early, but it's the perfect time to stop. We will be taking 10 minutes to hydrate and stretch leggies, and I'm gonna just calm my brain. I am on hour 13, nearly 14 of today. We're doing great. And we'll see how this conversation goes. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe
Bye.
it'll be fine. See you in 10 minutes, everyone.
All right, okay.
Hi, everybody. We are back from our break. So we were talking about macaroni pies that we do up here in Scotland. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Macaroni pie. Scottish cuisine. Last week it was Cullen skink. This week macaroni pie. I'm teaching you the very interesting cuisine up here. One of our rogues has gone full shadow rogue for the moment, but that's okay because we are coming
Torrin's
back
there.
to check it. Yeah, Torrin is there. She just entered shadow
Yeah.
mode. We are coming in with Kana, who is heading out and around the camp with Dirk. He'll walk for a little bit, and unless you feel like you're going to immediately break that silence for conversation, he's gonna do that, So how have you been?
Not amazing.
Yeah.
Lothering's destroyed, by the way. Like,
Shit.
completely. Yeah.
I'm really sorry, Kana.
Yeah.
I knew things were bad when you sent that letter. I just didn't have the heart to scare the girl about it.
I know.
Sorry about that. I just
I just went through the same thing. I know I gave you a hard time in my letter, but there were a couple times in that, just talking to her just now, that I stopped myself from saying something because.
Yeah. I just.
How do I tell her that her home's gone? I know I have to, but.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like she has a very positive outlook on a lot of things. So on the one hand, maybe she'll handle it okay, but on the other hand, I just don't want to see her sad,
Yeah.
I didn't want to be the one to cause that. Maybe that makes me a coward, but I just didn't want to. And she would worry about you.
Yeah.
And she's prone to dealing with situations in the moment in the way that she feels is best.
Yeah.
And I didn't want her thinking, well, maybe I need to go and save Mom and just go off, and Digger would sort of think she could do that.
Yeah. I like to think that you would have been able to keep her under control, but I get it. I don't 100% agree with your decision making 100% of the time. I don't think that's a secret. But
no, it's not a secret. I figured this would. I knew. I get it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to. I hate seeing her unhappy, and she was real unhappy before we left. About a couple things you heard her, she was telling you.
Yeah, I did not know about the bullying.
Yeah.
I don't know if I don't know if Mom and Dad didn't know about it or what. They didn't mention.
Well, she told your mom. I don't think she told them about the mean comments. After I found that out,
Oh, she did mention she got tripped.
may or may
actually.
not have
I'm just-
reported part of like the back of their garden as being out of violation for area codes, and they're having to like cut back on their garden a little bit.
That's so petty.
They just started doing stuff without getting permission to do it. You can't really actually do that, so
Right.
it's
A little indirect, but I appreciate you doing something.
I didn't want to risk getting reprimanded at work for going in and cussing out a citizen for something, because the way that this person, some people just have this really sharp entitlement and bravado about them where they will very angrily make sure that they get what they want.
Yeah, I knew you 10 years ago. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Hey,
It's,
you've improved. You're growing as a person. I'll give you that.
Certainly get a couple belt rings in now. So, it's
Tell
all
me about it.
muscle. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I was all set to tear you a new asshole when I got here, but
I mean, honestly, it'd be fair enough.
yeah, I mean, you
Again,
get
like
it.
I, in my mind, she was upset where she was. I couldn't take her anywhere else. You weren't going to be able to come and get her home just yet, so she really wanted to stick close to me, and I let her. Was it a dumb decision? I mean, probably. I am prone to making dumb decisions,
I
maybe
did
it surprised
ask
you.
you guys to stay still because I was coming.
Yep.
I did ask. I did. I missed you by like a few days.
Yeah. Sadly, I am
And,
not, in
you
fact,
know,
in charge of this little farce.
this crazy expedition. You guys are really trying to get into the deep roads?
No, not get into it. You just have to like see it and be like, I'm pretty sure you'll be able to get in there, and then you go and report back. I don't intend on going into the deep roads. Some of them have gone looking for those elves, though. Sorry.
Yeah.
There's a couple of.
No, we met up on our way out here. We met up with the Dalish.
Right.
did.
Yeah.
Checked in with them to try to get an idea where you were, because we heard in town you talked to them. So yeah, they told us about it. We're actually agreed to help look for him as well. So not going back quite yet.
Well,
it's just, I know that she's staying at camp and everything, but it's one thing to bring her out of town for just like a change of pace, change of scenery. Well, a camping trip with Dad, that's kind of admirable, but you guys are looking for a dangerous thing in a dangerous time.
Yeah.
I know you don't want her to be sad, but you don't want her to get hurt, do you?
Of course not.
I know we've had this conversation before, but like, sometimes we do have to say no to her.
I am not good at saying no to people. Again, that may be a surprise to you.
It's not a surprise to me. Dirk. It's not. I know. Like I said, this is not the first time we've had this conversation.
Yeah.
I just, and I get it. I don't want to upset her either, but that's our job sometimes, is to be the responsible, tough one, because life tells you no sometimes, and we're teaching her about life.
I'm just saying, I was better at saying no to people before I met you. It was hard to say no to you. You benefited from it at one
Oh, yeah, I don't know how much of a benefit that really was.
point.
But
Look, I get it.
I know you
Was
do.
it a
Not
foolish decision?
Stupid.
Yeah. It's done now, though.
It
Um,
is done now. I understand the mindset. Trust. I do understand the mindset of like, but I already did it. What's the point of yelling at me now about it?
No, you can yell at me, that's fine. I just mean I don't know that there's anything that I can do at the moment to improve that situation.
You can promise not to bring her out into danger again.
Yeah, hindsight is, yeah. You
can promise that the next time you have a choice between an easy decision that makes you feel good and a hard decision that does the right thing by our daughter, you will man up. And you can stop hitting on me also, because I don't know how many times I need to tell you that that's not going to happen again.
I don't know
It
what
was a
you're
mistake
talking
then.
about. Hey,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
not fair.
Oh, it's so hard to say no to you. I'll lean against this tree and give you that fucking smirk that worked on you when you were 21 and drunk.
That's just who I am. I can't do that.
Yeah,
I can't change that.
You have a lot more agency over yourself than you like to admit.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
It's really hard not to flirt with you, though. Like, I don't know what you want. Like,
I understand that I'm incredible and that you will forever, for the rest of your life, regret letting me get away. That's just your burden you're going to have to bear. That's your boulder you're going to have to push up the hill. All right?
Okay. Okay.
Not the only one that thinks so, by the way. I happen to have an amazing part of my time on the trip here because
I'm good.
right,
I'm
I am a
glad.
catch.
You know, when you're not having to be like the respect. I get it. And listen, there's a really cute dwarven camp.
When I'm not having to be the excuse me, I just tore across 2 fucking countries and fought my way through Darkspawn to get to my daughter because you can't be trusted to keep her safe. Are you kidding me?
Don't fall for the reactive abuse. You've just been triggered.
I
Don't fall for
cannot
it.
believe you have the audacity to say that you don't.
I just meant you're allowed
I don't have to be responsible.
I just meant you were allowed to have a good time with people. I wasn't gonna.
Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. So happy you had to throw in that little bitter comment.
Which one?
Exactly.
I wasn't being bitter. I was telling you that there was another cute dwarf here that,
Oh, good for you.
Mm-hmm.
I would love for you to turn your attention towards someone else and like get over it. That would be great. I would love that.
Yeah. Okay. Consider it done.
Good. I don't mean to. I'm sorry. I know that I get angry at you when you do bullshit that makes me angry. I don't mean to treat you without respect or anything. There are some things that are. I'm not gonna put up with some things.
That's okay.
You felt like I was trekking through hell to get here, so.
Sounds like you have.
Yeah. it's bad down there. I don't know what we're gonna do. I haven't figured that out yet. I focused on getting here, but I don't know where we're gonna live yet. And I know I can build us a house again. I've done it before, but I don't know where.
Yeah. There's an awful lot of Ferelden's in Kirkwall right now.
Yeah, that was fuck wild. I city's not gonna be able to handle it. There's too many folks.
Yeah, no. We were getting orders that we were gonna have to go and start refusing people, and I didn't feel super comfortable doing that, but
Yeah. Is that why you took this job instead? Because it's easier emotionally than giving people bad news?
yeah. It's more than just giving bad news. It is...
No, I know. I mean, it's the worst news. Telling people, hey, I know you came here to try to survive, but
yeah,
you're on your own.
Doesn't feel right. And I understand the logic of, there is only so much room where you can put people, but at least then they'd all be alive.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not sure what the state of affairs is going to be, but at least you have a place where you and Rainy can stay for just now. And I don't mean with me. I get it that you would never. No, but your parents are here.
Yeah. I do appreciate you still caring about her and still trying to do, even in a sometimes. You said the word coward. I don't need to say it.
I know what I am.
But I appreciate that in your own way, you're still being her father.
I'm trying.
And I appreciate that. I was willing to do this all on my own. And I think a lot of men would have, especially a lot of men who put people in a situation to do what I did, would have taken that and said, well, now I don't have any responsibility. I get off scot-free. I'm going to go find some other young thing to sweep off her feet before she realizes. But you said, all right, fair enough. How can I do better? And you've been trying to do better. And
I have. This, I understand. This may feel like a few steps back, but
yeah, the bullying makes me a lot more understanding of it. Honestly, I was, like I said, I was ready to chew your head off, but
yeah, I just couldn't. As someone who does not like to stand up and face difficult situations, her not wanting to deal with it and wanting to just escape for a little bit, I could kind of understand,
Yeah.
So
no, I get it. I also do appreciate you responding by you're trying to teach her how to sword fight.
Yeah. Trying. She's feisty. I think she's I think her fighting style is going to be different to mine.
Yeah.
I have so many bruises on my legs now.
Good.
Yeah.
You know what? Good.
And I don't know your situation after having come over, but if you've had to leave a lot behind, I have some savings that I can put towards you and you and Rainy having a trying to set up somewhere else. If you don't want to accept money from me to you, it's from me to help Rainy.
Yeah, that's really kind of you, Dirk.
Sometimes
got
it
a-
happens.
It's occasional. It's usually about Rainy, and that is enough for me.
Okay.
Yeah, we're doing okay. We have a little bit of gold actually, just a little, but we did a few jobs on the way out, taking care of bandits.
Well,
Got a gift. Crazy. Bev has a kid with the Arl of Southreach secretly, and has for the past 10 years.
Bev, the one that's the
Yeah.
blonde dress. With an Arl? What the
Yeah.
fuck?
I know.
Okay.
I know. What the?
Wow.
Anyways, he gave us a hookup. We got a little bit of cash, not like enough to start a whole life with. I'm definitely gonna take you up on what you can spare.
Yeah, of course.
I was able to get couldn't bring my whole forge with me or anything, but I've got some of my tools. You
can work out your mom's
can
for a bit,
rebuild.
maybe. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, once we get back, we'll sort that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
My friends were ready to help me murder you. I hope you know.
Murder me? That feels a bit extreme.
It does feel a bit
I
extreme.
mean, slaps in the face, I will.
Enjoyed
you know
it.
what?
I enjoyed the support. I really did. I will hold them back. Cause
I'd appreciate that. I would never tell someone off for the daggers I was getting and the sharp comments. That is what it is. But killing me feels a little like.
Yeah, no, we're not gonna hurt you. Well, I'm gonna punch you or something if you deserve it. Actually, I already yelled at you. It's fine. Considering giving you a punch for that comment, but words first. I do wanna try to teach Rainy to use words first instead of resorting to sticks and punches.
I mean, we can arm her with both and then let her figure that out. I mean, there's some interesting people here that can teach her if you think. There's one, the dwarf, we don't need to go into it, but there's a couple dwarfs. But this one, apparently, I don't know if it's true or not, but both of her parents were Legion of the Dead, which means they're technically legally dead. Now, I don't know if that's actually possible, and I feel like that's just when you tell the story about yourself to make yourself sound cooler. I feel like it might not be. But she, if that's true, she's got the badass tattoos and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
She's kind of.
She's too young to get tattoos. In case you were.
I'm not talking about Rainy.
Cool
I'm not. No, Rainy. No, her face is perfect as it is. But no, this chick, she's and you feel a little. I feel a little intimidated just being near her. So maybe it's true. Maybe it's just vibes of my parents were legally dead when I was born. It's kind of cool.
How do you make life if you're dead?
Well, they're legally dead, so you have funerals before you become Legion of the Dead, and then you just go off and fight Darkspawn until you actually die. But you're meant to give just give your purpose, kind of like the Grey Wardens. But she, apparently, it's kind of cool. Anyway, we should get back.
Yeah, I'm glad I don't have to. I'm glad I don't have to hurt you.
I'm glad too. A little disappointed because a slap now and again is kind of fun, but
okay.
Sorry. I'm glad too. Let's go back.
Disapproving shakes.
Sometimes, All right. So eventually the two of them will be coming back to camp. The rest of you, aside from the portrait that Phelan is getting, or any of the rest of you, now I know two of you were looking around camp possibly.
Actually, I was staying with Rainey.
You're just staying in with Rainey. Okay.
Well, I sort of, but no, yeah, I know Oriana wanted to go and do a little bit of scouting. I was going to stay with Rainey to start with.
Okay. So Oriana, while you're watching, you can see that they were doing a walk. You can hear occasionally there was like the slightest raise of voice at one point, and then there was some laughter at some points, and then it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Like, maybe I don't have to dive in with my daggers. Yeah.
No, okay, we're good. Okay.
You do see, so you can see that one human man that sat at the opening of his tent doing his drawings. He's not really pulled his head up to focus on anything else. Those two illusions that you heard the slightly spicier talking coming from are now over with the younger blonde-haired man that sort of like popped his head out to say hello to you. And then you see coming out of the tent, and she really has to dip down low, is a tall Canary woman who has a very serious look on her face, is just kind of like doing a little lap, and will walk past the tent where you guys are and just like do the clock of you in a way that you know is like essentially, it's not actually guard duty, but you know when you're being looked at in a
I'll say I think we kind of do the same thing.
Yeah. Weapon.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. She doesn't necessarily initiate conversation with you when she walks past. You're welcome to initiate if you wished. But she'll do a little lap around and then go and like tap on a little bit of wood where one of the other tents is, and another dwarven man of more sort of like auburn colored hair and beard will come out and start talking. She seems to be, it's fairly hushed, so if you want to hear what they're saying, I would ask for an active perception roll, just because their intention in this conversation is to be quieter.
Sure.
You don't have to.
I think it's good.
It's
No,
like if you...
yeah. Because here's the thing, Ariana definitely would. She's not going to move from the tent.
Yeah.
The only reason she's going to move from the tent is Kana.
Yeah.
I think mostly she's actually probably been staring at the cartographer guy. But if there's a chance to, especially if they're trying to make sure I don't hear it.
Yeah.
All right. Perception, let's go. Please be nice to me.
Ooh, beautiful. 60's great. You can hear she is asking about you guys, the visitors. Does he know who you are, why you are here? If and like how long do you suppose they're going to be staying? Because that's not, part of the agreement. So she seems to just be looking for an update from him, and it looks like he doesn't have a lot of answers. And that's kind of what he's trying to tell her. And he's like, "You could go speak to them yourself." She's like, "No,
absolutely not.
Yeah, that is not my job." So that's kind of what they're doing. You can tell that the hush is because she wants it to be out of earshot of you guys, so it's not like, "Hey, who are those guys over there?" So it's not necessarily bad stuff, but it's clear that she is questioning who you are and why you are here. Cartographer,
no, I'm kidding.
You can see that he does appear to be working on some manner of notes, and either drawing or annotating, one of the two. And opening a book and flicking a few pages and carrying on doing it. And then occasionally his eyes will just do scans of people and then just goes back to what he's doing.
Dang it. Because the thing is, Oriana's absolutely waiting for Kana to get back.
Because
that's been her main focus. Like, do I need to kill a bitch? No, we're good. Okay, do it.
Yeah.
No. And again, not trying to hear what they're saying, just, tone. Because she really wants to ask the cartographer guy questions. Like, what you draw there? I see you're a scholar. I wanted to be a scholar.
I mean, you can wait until you see that Kana's at least coming into the camp again and that she is back and seems safe, and then you can be like, all right, I can boost now.
Yeah, and I will definitely tell Arenan and Phelan like pop ahead and like, hey, Kanaw's on her way back.
Mhm.
And depending on if he's giving me the like don't talk to me vibes, you know what I mean? Like if someone's like, I don't want to talk to anybody, I'm trying to see if I don't remember his name, Marlon. I think.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
Is he giving a like aura of no?
Initially, because he doesn't look up, regardless of how close you seem to be getting to the table. But once it's clear that you're like at the table, he will slowly lift his eyes up to look at you. Can I help you?
I was honestly just wondering what you're working on.
Research. Mostly I am annotating a map right now.
Oh, did you draw it?
Yes.
It's really cool.
Like his
Yeah.
kind of goes like a okay.
What the fuck?
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be weird. Obviously, I'm not accomplishing that. I just wanted to be a scholar, but that didn't pan out for my life, so I was just curious.
Oh. What would your area of study have been?
To be honest, I kind of like history and anthropology, but yeah. And
What?
star charting, but yeah.
Star charting?
Yeah.
What inspired that thought?
And I think she's kind of looking at him like, why are you asking me? Like, just very much like a, okay, not sure if I can trust you to tell you this, but okay. My mother, actually.
Was she a scholar also?
No. Storyteller. Yeah.
Was there a particular culture you were interested in with your anthropology?
Well, as far as actual interest, any. As far as we can say schooling, I've learned a lot about Orlais and Orlesians.
Fascinating bunch.
That's one way to put it. I wasn't really cut out for it. Motions to hair.
You do not look like many scholars I know. You do look like some scholars I know, though.
The raggedy ones that are digging in dirt. Don't really care what they look like.
We're in dark places with a lot of cobwebs.
Yeah. Honestly, it sounds nice.
What is stopping you?
Like just dissociates fully for 2 seconds. You know, I don't know if you heard anything about down south in Ferelden.
I've heard some updates, yes.
Well, when your life is threatened, you tend to not make great choices about what you want to do except live. So, yeah.
So you have not yet made it over to become a scholar, then?
Oh, no. Not yet.
There's still time.
Flashes back to Denerim. Yeah, sure. Yeah. No, maybe. Kind of how far you can run.
I am sure the university can defend itself.
Real quick, DM, would I know which university he's talking about?
University of Orlais.
Orlais.
It seems the most likely. There are other institutes of education, but usually when people just say the university, that's usually the one that they mean.
Yeah, not Chantry based.
No.
Yeah. Honestly, it's what I was hoping would be coming out of all this Orlesian history teachings, but Seems my mentor was not hoping for that.
No?
Yeah.
Maybe you just needed a better mentor then. Some are a little too focused on their own rising star to help others up.
Yeah. And their political power, but that's actually quite a illusion.
Yeah.
Um,
I try to avoid political things.
and you were able to?
Yes. I have a few things that have allowed that for me.
I'm assuming I can't ask what. Well, I can ask, but they're not going to answer me.
What makes you say that?
Most people don't. Secrets.
Mine is not a secret.
Okay.
I am of nobility, but third son, fifth child. I was not needed to carry on bloodlines or take over holdings, or most people in position will maybe join armies, join the chantry. I was interested in neither, so I got left to pursue my actual interests at the university.
Oh.
The good thing
jealous.
about the amount of money, but being fifth child, third son, is that they don't care about me politically. So,
Yeah.
suits me.
Yeah, I'm a little jealous. Does sound nice. Get the benefits without the responsibility.
I understand. I know I am in a position of entitlement. I just try not to act entitled.
Yeah, I was like, is he dressed like super nice?
Humble.
Gotcha.
Suited for the weather and the current nature of traveling in a camp, but the clothing that he does have, well made, good
Gotcha.
fabrics. So he's not wearing wealth, but you note to note, well made.
Yeah.
quite
Smartly
well.
done. Yeah.
Yeah. No emblems on him though.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, I think Oriana's kind of like picking at her very, very not well-made
Yeah.
clothes.
And there's something
little
about him
bit.
because he's
Yeah.
dark-haired, pale skin, and for some, like, he's got that kind of vibes of, what's his name, Anthony, is it Petrovsky from Career for the Straight Guy? Like, those people who just have the really pronounced dark circles. That's just natural. It's just hereditary. So he has the sort of, like, slightly weather-beaten edge to him that some might just overlook as traveling scholar. But again, the nature of your training, especially what you were trained to notice in people, you can almost just see fine breeding in him.
Yeah.
Hello, boo-boo.
That was a weird shift for him. No, I'm just kidding. Are you talking to
This
me?
is my cat.
Yeah, no. Oh, that's where all the cats keep coming from.
Yeah.
I think Oriana taking all of that in and just, picking at her very unkempt clothes.
Yeah.
My name is Artis.
Artis.
Yeah.
It's nice to meet you, Artis. I am Marlon.
Marlon, it's nice to meet you. Just figured I should probably tell you my name after I asked you like 8 questions. Seems kind of weird.
It's fine. I am a scholar. We like questions. Just as much as we like answers.
I do have one question. Is this map for Bertrand?
He is going to get a copy of it, yes. This is my copy.
Okay. Yeah, no, that makes sense. Is there any way I can tell how he feels about Bertrand and his mention?
That would be a perception empathy roll.
No,
just because you're looking for micro expressions rather than expressly asking him,
Yeah. Please don't be
What is
bad.
it, baby? Why are you so
Oh,
touched?
17.
Nice, beautiful roll.
Hell yeah.
There was almost like an indifference to him, which for someone who exact accent, you can tell he's been in Orlais for a while, but does not sound baseline Orlesian. If anything, there's a slight Navarran-ish edge to it. Um, and there's something about the passive aggressive nature with people of his breeding when you are indifferent to someone, like especially in Orlais. Indifference, it might as well be a knife in their gut.
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
like yes, him.
Yeah. I don't know how you feel about this, but he's kind of an asshole. And not that it's any of my business, but maybe he doesn't need the full picture.
You do not think I should give him the information?
Not all of it. Just, maybe a little puzzle piece here and there.
You feel this way just because you believe him to be an asshole?
Not only, but that's the baseline.
Why else?
I think someone who, when asked about a 10-year-old girl being in danger, and he immediately says, I wash my hands of it, it's not my fault, makes dangerous decisions. That doesn't really take in anyone else or, consequences to anybody else.
Yes, there are definitely many people in this world who are more interested in profit margins than anything else.
Yeah, which I can understand, but there should be a line, I think. So maybe keep the full details to the scholars and,
I mean, I understand the instinct. There are unfortunately a group here, and expecting them all to remain silent about what we find is trickier.
But are they going to check your work?
Don't think many of them could.
Exactly. He doesn't need the visuals, even if he's told about it.
We may have an easier time of convincing them. Some of there are Legion swords for hire here.
Which, I mean, Orlais would want a better advantage than Kirkwall, maybe?
Oh, I just mean 2 of theirs have been missing for over a day, and I think they're getting a little touchy about it. They may not be very happy with them. There are 3 here. There was 5.
I meant the 3 elven warriors. Are they after them? Or finding them?
Yes. They are hoping to get some manner of boon or favor when they get back for returning them. They thought they would go and check things out with a smaller group, so there was less numbers, less chance to be noticed. Which, there is some strategy in that. But
yeah.
If Dalish scouts have not succeeded at the task, why would 2 Orlesians succeed at it better?
Well, we all know Orlesians aren't egotistical. Okay.
They are also ex-chevaliers, so...
No, even better. Bravado mixed with it. Okay, do you know where they... And, we'll kind of, point at the map. Do you know where they might have gone?
They're looking for the entrance. There is signs in the topography for this gorge that she was speaking of, so I imagine it is in that area.
Okay. She's gonna ask if he can point it out and any details that would be relevant. You know what I mean? Watch for this.
I can
Don't
do one
slip
better.
on that.
take a seat. And he whips out another smaller bit of parchment and will start to draw you simplistic, so he leaves out the detail that you don't need. And will draw with a very deft, well-practiced hand. You know, I mean, I don't know if you've ever watched somebody who does like proper professional cartography doing the like, it's great.
It's awesome. Yeah.
I love doing hand drawn maps because I'm a geography teacher. Hi everyone. And I love being able to draw maps. But these people, oh man, I could only dream.
Not gonna lie, a very small, like mischievous part of me wanted to sit on his lap, and I was like, "That's not what he meant." I mean, but I think I'm gonna like be. I think Oriana, honestly, unless he's very specifically indicated, she's gonna get a little too close, probably, and just be
sure,
like,
you can pick up the stool that's on the other side of the table and move it around to be sat beside him.
yeah, probably, just a little
Sure.
like too uncomfortably close for most neurotypical
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
And just be like the little, like creepy heads, like, yes, what do we do?
Yeah.
Like, yes.
Sure, you can watch what he is doing. You can see from like one of the journals that's open, if you're just like having a nosy while you're there.
A little bit.
He's actually got notes on like the page that's open. He is noting changes in certain types of flora, including sometimes when you shift latitude or longitude or certain types of soil types, what's under the ground can affect what's growing on top of the ground. So he's quite literally been mapping the shifts from the base of Sundermount to where they are now, and take a note on certain changes, and then says, because you would expect the closer you get to a deep roads entrance, there is going to be a slight change, especially if it's something where there maybe has been a points in history where there have been any darkspawn coming out of it. It's not always a guarantee because not all of them do. Obviously, the mouth that leads it down into Orzammar hasn't necessarily been the source of a blight, but you would notice scarring and certain things that only grow in areas where that sort of corruption has been. So he's been mapping out. So you get the impression that while yes, drawing this map is something that he's good at and part of his study, he's not just a cartographer. There's clearly a wider field of study that he does. But he will finish it and sort of slide it over to you. And he didn't seem bothered by you being there, and what you will have noticed is his shift in body language. He's not doing the warm, inviting conversation. He's a little more held back in how he talks. But when you come to sit, especially with what you'd said about wanting to have been a scholar, he will shift his body language so he's leaning on the side so you can see what he is doing. You can watch him drawing.
Oh, Brianna loves him. Anyway, so I think Oriana.
You're like waiting for the conversation option where there's a heart next to it. Like, give me the heart.
Like, give me the heart. Give me the heart. No. I think Oriana will actually ask, like, hey, do you have another writing implement?
Pulls out a pot that has like 4 of them.
And she's going to indicate to the book, not necessarily touch it. I was in Lothering when the blight started. I have notes that I can add to this if you want, about how to recognize and.
He slides over a bit of parchment for you to write on.
Okay. And then we'll write down things like the nature of like the viscosity of all the things and all the details she can remember, and then especially noting plants that would be shared between Ferelden and where we are near Kirkwall, and then just certain things about like the sound she heard, all the animals leaving, because something that may not necessarily be in history books of what experiencing it, and we'll write all of that down for him as well as observations. Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just laughing at Umbria's comment for you there in chat.
Also that, but I phones don't exist.
Do you
here.
like me? Yes or no?
This is my crow. If you want to send me a message.
This is where you can find me. This is Kanal's parents.
Thank you for that. It is very interesting.
Yeah. Just figure since you're helping us. Thank you.
Of course. The sharing of knowledge is to be encouraged, I find.
Yeah.
Too many people will guard it like it's some sort of secret that only they can have.
Well, they gotta feel important somehow.
Hmm.
I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm just
No,
saying
it's
they're
very
sad.
silly. It encourages. There's quite a number of assassinations at the university of people taking someone out and stealing their research and claiming it to be their own. A scary
Honestly,
amount. Mhm.
I just feel like that's sad because if you can only research one thing or find only one thing, then
Sure.
it's not a
I
lot
mean,
of confidence in yourself.
I understand some people being a little more guarded. Since Celine allowed elves to join, there have been a number of humans who have claimed certain research to be their own. And the elf can't then turn around and say, "Oh, that was I found that out first. I should be the one publishing it," because when two people have the same bit of information, it can be hard
Yeah.
sometimes to prove who was first. And sadly, in this world, they're going to believe certain people over others.
Yeah.
But
I
hopefully,
saw
the
that.
times are changing.
Hope so. And if not, well. And I think she has like a bit of a dark expression that she's kind of taken on when it's kind of like justice, like,
He actually smirks at it. It's the first time you've seen the shift in like the expression with like some kind of emotion behind it. He's been relatively flat in his expressions, but he will smirk a little at that. Yeah.
Oh.
Well.
Circumstance. Okay. Anyway, we'll roll up the map and thank you.
Of course.
Do you usually reside in Kirkwall?
I travel. A lot of my time I eventually migrate back towards the university to finish writing, to do publishing. But I like to travel further afield. I like to understand the way the land works and the way that certain large moments have impacted on it. My ultimate goal eventually would be to go to the places beyond the sea to the east, but nobody ever comes back. That is fascinating, however. The thought to actually go over there and learn what's there is tantalizing, but maybe they just don't come back because life is better over there, you know? They're like, why would I want to go back?
Exactly what I was going to say. Maybe it's just so nice. They're like, why go back to lights?
Or there's giant sea monsters and they all get swallowed up. Either way, you know, academic curiosity has me curious.
Might live a little while to look at it from the inside.
It'd be a very fun way to go, at least.
Yeah.
But then, no, okay. I'm in Kirkwall currently.
Okay.
I was hoping to go up to Antiva, but I got a little waylaid and, well, decided to pick up a bit of work.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hmm.
I think she has like the rolled up thing. It's just, well, maybe we'll see you again before you head off.
I'd like that.
Yeah, me too.
I'd like to know what you know of the stars.
I think she even makes that noise that she kind of like.
He's sitting there like, was that the wrong thing to say? Okay.
Nope, I'll show you. Thanks.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's like,
I've got a mission to do. I gotta go find this other. Like, I think she even said,
"Am I right?"
I'll show you stars, baby. No, I think she even kind of says to herself, like, I gotta get Rainy back and find elven people. Okay, thanks. Bye. And just, I think even like, you know, I'm not scuttle necessarily, but it's like very rigid body and like walking a step faster than she normally does, I think.
Yeah. I think there's in the time that that conversation was happening, you did arrive back at the tent. Dirk is gonna give you guys some room because he's like, I don't know, does not like confrontation. So goes to speak to some of the others. Your time in there has been entirely with Rainey talking through the drawing that she's done of Phelan and like pointing out the different things that she's been trying to do and just like is talking all of your ears off about it. She's been a little heavy-handed in her shadow work, especially because like the hair's over the face, so it just looks like this, like just like a half blood. She's doing her best. But she's been
Phelan's in
proud,
like a deep meditation. He has
yeah.
not moved.
And then we'll pause what she's doing when the tent flaps, so she looks around to see who it is, and Oriana has come in with an expression on her face.
I think honestly, I think she's just like flushed and like the hood is up. And I think she's like, now
Bright
that it's
red.
silent in here, like, good news, everyone.
Is it hot out there?
It is. So there's a map. It's just a real weird.
It's weird
sun's
because there
out.
was
Anyway.
like a cool wind when we came in.
No, it's
It's a
hot
little
out. Anyway.
chilly.
There's a
Are you
map.
feeling okay?
I think I might know where they are.
Oh,
We can find them.
Is the Elf
Right.
House?
Yes. Yes.
Rainey's
He'll
gonna be
stand
like,
up,
I'm gonna
yeah.
go and get you guys some snack. We have some. I'll be back in a minute, and she like scuttles off so that she can go and
Also,
get
tray
food.
bags. There's more tray bags.
Okay. She thinks that because this is like her tent here, that she has to play hostess to you all, so she's gone up to get you snacks.
baby.
But it will give you guys a moment with a.
I love this kid.
That's some of your mom kind of coming through in her of like, I'm gonna feed you. So she's scuttled off to go and get that, which does give the four of you an opportunity to be alone for a moment.
But yeah, Marlon, the scholar guy, he drew us a map. He knows where they think they're going, because apparently 2 chevaliers, ex-chevaliers, tried to follow them.
oh,
Like
okay.
for nefarious reasons or for finding them reasons?
Oh,
Well, they did ask this group to look for him as well. So
Yeah.
yes.
My
but-
question still stands.
Yeah, the best way I can answer that is they truly, I think, are going to find them, but they did it for selfish reasons.
What selfish
Okay.
reasons? I mean, that doesn't surprise me.
Well, yeah, chevaliers aren't really known for just being altruistic. It's more
What's a
about
chevalier?
Orlesian.
they're horse people.
What?
What? No, they're
like
Orlesian
horses.
like.
I thought that
No,
was
no,
a centaur.
no, that's
The
a
top half is
centaur,
the horse
man.
part, yeah.
It's Maurice
they're-
Chevalier. It's a French singer.
they're like elite recognized Orlesian fighters. That's the best way I can say it.
Okay.
And not trackers.
Yeah, definitely not. They're very loud, heavy armored,
Okay.
braggadocious idiots.
Chevaliers, so maybe they left because of
Ex-chevaliers,
moral
like that.
objection.
Yeah, okay. No, probably not.
Probably
Okay.
not. They're
Yeah.
hired mercenaries for this
Yeah, they
particular
really
expedition.
think that they're going to get some prize for finding them. So
I
Why
don't
would they
want them
find
to
them?
find them. Because then they're gonna harass Mary Thari and the rest of the... I feel like that's what they're gonna do.
I mean,
Or
if
like-
nothing else, maybe they're a better target than the 3 scouts. Is that dark? That's dark. Never mind.
Pretty dark.
Sorry.
A little bit. I'm kind of fine with it. I just want to
Oops.
make sure that they're fine.
Yeah.
I tend to notice that when people are doing it out of selfish reasons, they don't really care about the well-being of the person. So if they find them and they're like, oh no, guess they died, they won't really care about saving them if they're in trouble, because she said, their bodies, or if it's just their bodies, and bring those back. So like if something happens, they're like, well, either way we'll get the reward or whatever.
Oh,
That's kind of what I'm scared of. Yeah.
all the more reason for us to get up and get out there as soon as we can.
I mean, are you sure you want to do this, Kana? I know you just
Yeah.
got Rainy back, so...
I mean, this camp seems safe enough as long as she stays here. I
Can we trust
want to.
Dirk with that? Dirk, what's his name? Dirk.
What
Yeah,
you
how
can
did
call him
that go?
whatever you want.
How
think
did
it's
that go
Dirk.
anyway? Is he Dirkless yet now?
No, I talked to him. He's still Dirk. So, I had a bit of a talk with him about taking responsibility for things and not to avoid things. He's still trying to hit on me, which I keep telling him is gross. Considering, I mean, I get it, obviously, but like,
Obviously.
you know,
Obviously.
it's just it's weird. It's
So you
uncomfortable.
don't want us to
Um,
stab him?
Not
You don't want me to hit
today.
him with my staff?
Not
If
today.
you can make it
Got
look like an accident, I'm
I
not going to
can.
stop you from hitting him with it. Yeah, you can if you want.
Okay.
That's fine. That's fine. But nah, you know, he was trying to do it. You know, he's not very good at conflict. Or
Is
like
he good at thinking?
kind of some, not really. It's not his specialty, but he had good intentions. He was trying to get Ranny away from the bullying, and he, I don't know, he did what he thought was right, and I can't fault him for wanting to make my daughter happy. I did
understand that.
give him a talking to about the difference between safe and happy, and how sometimes it's okay to be sad if you're safe. But you know, he's trying, and I have to give him that.
Okay.
Hold off
Um,
today.
Not today.
Not today. Got it.
Okay.
Slowly
Make it
puts
look
dagger
like an
away.
accident.
Yeah, just like, okay, fine.
Trip him on accident in quotation marks.
Yeah, that's I don't mind that at all. He
If he
deserves
has
it.
someone that he's trying to impress here in camp, I can trip him in front of them, make him look like an idiot.
I mean, it sounds like he doesn't need help looking like an idiot, but that would be really funny for the rest of us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did. You know, he did mention that there was someone in camp he was interested in, but I don't know who it is.
He just looks to Oriana.
He did seem like
We can find him.
He was, yeah, he was talking about this one dwarf and this one person in camp. I think it was a dwarf
The
who's
one with the tattoos.
the one with the tattoos. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
way
saw
he
him.
sounded intimidated by her was like kind of in the way that he gets like he gets intimidated by powerful women in a way that like makes him do stupid shit, which is
Yeah.
how my daughter exists. So you know, he's got a type in a certain way, and I just the way he was talking about her, he was like, "Oh yeah, she's kind of scary," and I could like almost hear him being like, "But I like that," you know. I that's my suspicion, but we'll keep an eye out on who to most embarrass him in front of. If that sounds like fun, but you know, I don't know.
I think
mostly
Oriana just
interested
looks
in-
at Phelan and is like, consider it done. Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm mostly just interested in wrapping up this expedition as quick as possible so we can you know, get Rainy back home and maybe teach some parents how to parent their kids a little bit better. So that
I'm
my
down
daughter
for
can
that.
feel safe and comfortable in her own fucking neighborhood. Yeah, that's whoo boy. Dirk did do a good thing. You guys would be proud of him. You know,
Probably
he didn't
not.
directly address the parents of these bullies, because he said he was worried about his job. I think they'd be understanding. He just doesn't like conflict. Anyways, he did though. He did some petty
So he
law
did his
shit,
base
and like
duty as a father. Okay, round of applause.
he fined them. He like started finding them for shit they were doing in their garden that was like up to code that like normally you wouldn't bother to
Okay,
like,
that's kind of funny.
do anything about. It is kind of funny. I was like, okay, you know, it's passive aggressive and petty as shit and kind of an abuse of power, but like I don't care in this particular moment. You know, it's like okay.
Sometimes it's used for the greater good.
Yeah.
And the
Sometimes.
greater good
monetary-
being getting back for Rainy.
Said all good dictators.
Hey, he's
I mean,
definitely a dick.
I just got that his name's anyway. Yeah. I mean, you know, hit him where it hurts monetarily, right? And then we're just gonna go scare the shit out of him later.
But I appreciate you wanting to still come along and find these people. I'm worried about them.
Okay, my word. Besides, if I don't go out there with you guys, who's gonna stand in front of the scary shit so y'all don't get hurt?
That's fair.
I mean, we could just make Dirk go throw him at
I don't
people.
trust him.
He doesn't lack conflict. He would not be helpful.
I mean, we
shit
just trip
came-
him and throw him in front of it, and then.
Oh yeah.
He can't
Yeah.
get away
Yeah.
with that.
I mean, I didn't expect him to get away. Anyway, shall we go?
That's what I'm saying. That he won't be able to get away. Anyway.
Hey, Rainy gets to keep her dad until I say so. Okay.
Okay.
Can't we just find him a better dad?
I don't
Yeah,
think
I'm
that's how
working.
that works.
I'm
Moms?
working on
Okay.
it. Okay. You tried dating
Actually-
as a single mother. Okay.
I was gonna say there's actually another like few really attractive people. I'm not gonna say that to their faces. But there's like a really tall Quinari woman and another Dwarven male, and they're really pretty.
It's.
Arana
Do you think
is
I just
staring
only
at you
go
right
for
now.
tall Kunari women? Is that
Yeah.
sort of?
There's other people. I'm
No.
going to point out all of the other
Yeah.
folk in it, not the
I'm just-
cartographer. Yeah. There's a few
I'm just gonna
attractive
say there's a lot
people,
attractive
but-
people. Not the Orlesians. I mean, the Orlesians are attractive, but I find them really annoying. But I don't know your taste, so.
I can't. I don't like that. That's sort of like a waste of the concept of a mustache. You know, like it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just not my
I'm
thing.
just saying,
Like-
there's attractive people. So,
I really
yeah,
got
really
Emma with that one.
Emma may be muted, but I can hear her.
I'm the studio audience. That got me.
But yeah,
What a waste of a mustache. Yeah.
Yep. So we have a map. if we wanna-
Should we leave now or?
What time of day is it?
Let me check my watch.
And
Gods of Dragon Age
Check-
TTRPG.
check your phone.
Yeah.
Magical
Everything.
device on your wrist.
I mean,
Is this
it's
actually a sundial on my wrist?
probably late afternoon. Well, actually, by the time you got here, it was meant to be like evening time. So, because it was a day travel from the Dalish camp to here. So, sun is setting. You're seeing those pretty colors in the sky. So you could travel at night.
Yeah. I mean, that's up to y'all. I know we want to get Rainy back as soon as possible, but it's going to just be a little harder. We don't know, are we? I mean, we
No,
have this nice
that's-
map, but
No, that's
It's a
fine, I
really nice
don't-
map.
it's a really
It's-
nice map. Stop
Someone,
pointing it out.
someone
Gave
who's
it to
very good with
you.
their hands drew that for you.
Who gave it to you? So they're really
Well,
artistic.
Yeah, they're really great at it. So I'm just saying, we don't really know the area super well, but we do have this if we want to use it. So I'm fine either way, whatever y'all want to do.
Well, we could talk to the person that made it and get more information
over there.
about it. Okay.
She's being super weird about it.
Uh-huh.
Balin stares at you for a moment, like, "Oh, okay, I get it."
Yeah. Yeah, even I'm picking up on this.
I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
knew
Maybe-
it wasn't
maybe-
hot outside.
Maybe I'm not the one who needs to talk to people in camp that are nice looking.
I don't know what you're talking about. Anyways, we have a map.
Uh-huh.
We do
Yeah,
have a
we
map.
got a
Yep.
nice, beautiful map.
Sorry, it's not
I'm
Oriana,
just like-
that's me.
Can I just like pokes her like peers around the corner of the tent flap? He's
Is
cute.
it the handsome one with the blue eyes?
Nope. Mm-mm. No,
Is it the
she's not
door?
looking at y'all. Just like, no.
Oh.
I mean,
Hadn't
no,
even
it is.
noticed how blue his eyes were, have you? How
Uh-huh.
nice his hair is, and
How deft his hands are.
Okay.
how
really? All three of you?
scholarly he is.
Well, not Oriana. you
Okay,
two.
leave her alone.
He's really nice. His name is Marlin. He has blue eyes, and I think she just like starts rambling.
And he asked me to tell him about the stars.
You guys should stargaze tonight together.
Yeah, we should stay.
Stargaze.
You know,
Stargaze.
Sorry.
Who's
Yeah,
listening
I
to this
mean,
conversation?
it's
God.
it's probably
That's all.
safer.
Yeah.
I would love to. You know, I'm in. Part of me is in a hurry, but it's probably safer to wait until morning.
It is safer. That's all right.
So you go have your date, Oriana, your stargazing date.
I was going to say that we could spend the night with Rainy and have
I'll
like a
spend
fun
some
little
time with my
time.
daughter. Yeah, and you
Okay.
can have a fun little time, however you choose to do that. And
I think she just desperately looks at Aranan. Help me.
sorry, okay, I'll stop. I'll stop.
No, it's fine. But I think it is smarter to leave early in the morning, and that way we won't be, caught by surprise. Hopefully.
Yeah.
And then I will go spend time. I think she once she makes the decision.
Because I want to, and not because you're telling me to.
To be honest, I think she just kind of gets outside because if it is cold, she's gonna be like, just breathe for a minute.
You swear
put
you
the
would have
hood
like
up.
steam coming off.
Yeah. But absolutely just like a hood up, just like just breathe a little bit. She hasn't moved.
Just has the look of a mom who is very happy to have just been teasing her teenage daughter who gets embarrassed easily. Like,
someone's coming to pick them up for the first date in the car, and you're like,
Oh
have
my
fun,
God.
sweetie."
Who's picking you up for prom?
she's just smiling and she just says like,
Don't do
almost under her
something
breath.
I wouldn't do.
Yeah. Like under breath, she's just like, good for her.
I'm gonna go have a walk around the camp. See if there's anything around to pick or herbs. I'm just gonna walk.
Okay. I'm gonna hang out with my daughter.
Yeah. Go. You deserve to spend time with her.
Since Oriana has not left, but can still hear all of you.
Phelan bumps into her. She's like, I thought you were gone. Sorry.
No, it's fine. Be careful. And I think she'll pop her head back in real quick and just be like, Arenan, do you want to go hunt a little bit? If you want to. I'm just offering.
I do. We need to.
Yeah, we can. Plus, I promised Kana's mom some food. So
just kind of glancing around. Oriana, did you notice a falconer in the camp when you went out?
A what? I actually didn't hear you, sorry.
A falconer. Did you see him walk?
No, but I did hear that earlier. Do you want to go look?
Well, it's late now.
Wasn't it just y'all making bird noises?
Well,
yeah, the first one was me.
Yeah, I'm not that good.
You're coming along.
I like how Irana does like a genuinely like sounds like a hawk noise. And you just go ha. You'll get it.
I can do a crow. I can't really mimic a hawk. So
I can do a fox at night in the fields.
I can just start screaming a lot.
Yeah.
So but yeah,
if you don't already know what that sounds like, I look forward to you finding that out. Totally.
It is very high pitched, but
anyway. What does the fox say? Screams like a person being murdered. This is the answer.
Yep.
Okay.
Very high pitched manner.
Yeah.
But yeah, we can go look to see where they might be keeping a falcon or hawk.
Yeah, it'll be hooded and asleep at night. Maybe I'll see if I can catch it in the morning.
Yeah. But at least best time we can go find where it is and then go hunt a little bit.
Okay.
Don't
Thank
stay out
you.
too long.
No. We got to get supplies.
Well, yeah, but I'm sure Rainy would love to spend some time with you too. Goes for you too, Phelan.
Oh, he left.
I was trying to. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I told him
Sure
to be
she'll have
careful.
time with you.
If we see Phil, we tell him to come back. Get some sibling time in.
At some point, yeah.
Okay. And we'll slip out of the tent. Hood still up.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine.
So people slip off for some hunting. Again, for that sort of thing, I'm not going to make you guys roll for that because it's what you do. So you're able to go out. What sort of thing do you think the pair of you might have caught?
Ooh. Honestly, at least Oriana, probably nothing too big.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're still not on our way back to Kirkwall.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably say rabbits, and then just, if there's something a little bigger, sure.
was
Just
gonna
something we don't
say-
have to work too hard at. Yeah.
Maybe like a brace of bird or something, because it's night, so we can't hunt traditionally, so we know where birds are roosting, and we
Yeah.
take a slightly different approach in the dark.
You might be able to
Mhm.
find some eggs as well. Get
Yeah.
some scrambled eggs in the morning.
Heck yeah.
Okay. So
think
you
we're-
mhm.
No, it's okay.
What were you guys say?
Like when we're tying them up, maybe I'll just kind of look at you. The cartographer has got lovely penmanship.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yes, he does. Yes, he's really cute. God. Okay. I'm just.
No, I'm not judging. I kind of like put a finger on under your chin, like lift your face up to mine. Just keep your eyes open,
Yeah.
okay?
I will. When we get back to Kirkwall, and now that we're not on the boat and everything, do you think you could hang out with us for a little while? I just want you to meet
You
my
and the
mom.
cartographer.
No, my mother and I.
I would love that. Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Or, well, however that shakes out. I know we're the same age, but yeah. Anyway. I mean, also, if you want to meet Marlon too, he seems really nice. He just seems very standoffish.
Wow. Those educated types.
Yeah. But he was really nice, like, once you start talking and asking questions about things that he's working on.
I think Aranon's like smiling inwardly, but keeping a very straight face outwardly.
No, it's okay. You can laugh. It's fine.
No, I'm not laughing. I think it's lovely, but just be careful. I don't want you getting hurt.
Oh. Yeah, no, I'll be fine. Seems to travel a lot. Probably not around a lot. But and I think she kind of just very gingerly reaches out and grabs your shirt sleeve, as she's apt to do all the time. But I just missed you. I hope you're okay.
I didn't mean to be standoffish. I hope I didn't. I just wanted to
No.
give you and your mum some time.
Yeah, I didn't take it that way. I just seemed like a lot on the boat. Didn't want to add to it.
Squeeze your hand back. I missed you too.
Yeah. And I really do think my mother and you would get along a lot, really well.
Well, she's seen me naked, so.
Yeah. I think there's a moment where Oriana's like, I didn't mean it that way, but you're like my sister.
I'm joking.
I know. I just don't want to be like, no, that's my mom, but well, you know what I mean.
No,
She's really pretty.
Yes, I don't know. Me and love. It's taking a break. I don't really know where I am, who I am.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm not really sure anyone does.
No, we can't all have hot cartographers waiting for us back at camp.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel kind of bad that the charm I gave the elven children. I was actually saving that for Sunny. But I won't be able to send it to him now, so I'll have to start all over again.
Okay, well, you know what? It's one thing we're going to have on the road, and that's time.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, if you're taking a break from romantic love, then maybe you can hang out with my mom and I and get some familial love.
Absolutely. I would love that.
Yeah. I think she like hugs you. Like I think she just because she kind of can't control herself sometimes. She's like, yeah. Just like gives
She's
you a
like
little space.
Rainy.
Mm.
Catch me.
There's a slightly
she
extended
trusted him.
hold. Yeah, I think it like lasts for a moment.
Yeah.
Hey, we should pick up the pace. I want to see Rainy before she goes to bed.
Yeah. Sorry. I know.
No.
go.
I mean, just you know, we'll trade braids. I'll teach her Chasen ones. She can teach you Dwarven ones.
Yeah. I'll see if the cartographer is free.
I
I'm
just sort of
really
like
bad
go
at
like
this.
that.
Yeah, like Rhiannon, I'm really bad at this. I don't know how to talk to people.
You do. Just be you. And
Oh, okay.
no, do.
I'll go roll around
Be-
and be like, look at me.
I know you
Sure, it'll
present
work.
this mess and this shy, scatty.
Hmm.
We know what it's hiding. You're beautiful and intelligent.
I was about to say, and Lyrium, she's about to be like, more mess.
Look,
Don't look in
you
that
know,
corner. Throw a blanket.
we're all a mess. And it's our messy bits that are the most attractive sometimes.
I really want to make a joke about bits, but I know what you're talking about. Thank you. Thank you.
It's okay. And then about like 2 minutes later, she's like, you can make the joke about bits if you like.
I will follow back. Maybe later.
Absolutely beautiful. And that is pulling us up to our finish line, everybody. This has been our 6th episode, our halfway point, everybody. How exciting. Next week sets to be a bit more maybe action packed. I don't know what you're talking about. It's gonna be a casual stroll in the woods. Thank you for joining us. And thank you for those who were in chat live over on Twitch, and if you're watching this on YouTube, hi. Hope you're enjoying it. We will do our little outros just to let you know who we are, who we've been playing, and where you can find us in the week ahead. And I will check in with our amazing producer to see if we're going to be rating anyone. So I'll keep you posted on that when we get to the end. I have been Emma, Hamily on the internet. I use they, them pronouns, and I've been the storyteller for this game and these absolutely incredible players. In terms of where you can find me, I've just finished over on Val's channel, who was in chat earlier. Hi Val. For Extra Life with some games this weekend. Next week we're back to our regularly scheduled other Dragon Age game in Darkness Unbroken, which is in its 5th and final season. So that's been a very dramatic one. There's been a lot going on over there. Cats.
Like my one's
Cat.
here.
Yep, Cat Manor. And the girls were fighting. It's always the boys.
It's Boo. You can tell it's Boo.
It's
just,
yeah, he's my
it's
cheeky
like
little
a
ship.
pinball
Yeah.
machine.
Yeah. But yes, so other than that, you'll see me here on Tuesdays. And that's me.
Hey-ho, I'm Emily, or Emily Bard 20 on the internet. You can find my link tree, which has all my stuff. I post constantly on all of my social media. I do post occasionally, so usually it's a dumb joke. But yeah, I am emotionally spent after today. It was great. I'm feeling very full in all the feelings, and yeah, that's me.
Hi everyone, my name is Satan or Alyssa Vamp on the internet. I use she or any pronouns as long as they're not derogatory. And I have been your favorite baby girl, Phelan. You can find me mostly on Blue Sky now. I'm not really active on my other social media, so you can find me there. Probably posting about Veilguard. It's happening. And that's me.
Hello, everyone. I am Torin, or Torin Talks Creativity. I have been playing Oriana. She'll grow up eventually. Anyway, as far as where to find me, I am helping out in On Darkness Unbroken this season, and very much drama, mom drama. Otherwise, I am on my own channel, Torrent Talks Creativity on Twitch. Best place to find me on Wednesdays and Sundays, doing art, playing games that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, and just trying my best. It's very fun.
I'm Sakaya, everyone. You can find me on Discord or Blue Sky as Sakaya. You go by she, her pronouns. And I have been playing Eranan, the Chastened Wilder Rogue. Where can you find me? I think we still haven't got the exact dates, but sort of late November, I'll be in a 4-part Blades in the Dark over on Euphoria. Other than that, just here with the transmissions.
We here with us. Yeah. Excellent. Thank you very much. We don't have anyone that we can see for reading right now, so instead I'm just going to tell you all to look after yourselves and look after each other, and we will see you here, same channel, same place, next week. Bye, everybody.